It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. It's my birthday tomorrow, but also yesterday if you're listening to this on the day it came out. Tomorrow if you're listening to this in the same room as me and Ian. So, expect the episode to be poorly edited because I'll be too fucking tired to give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a Media Hope podcast. It's a weekly podcast in which me and my lover and favorite guest host, Ian, talk about...
You did fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that Nathan had people over, and we were joking, and I said that I was called a guest host for
for 40 episodes.
For 40 episodes before I was like, I'm your fucking co-host. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to call you my very special guest.
Yes. What a special guest.
Yeah.
One of the most special guests.
You know what else is special?
What?
People who simp over Tesla.
Yeah. Like, on the one hand, I'm sure they're great cars, and I think electric cars are the future, but also fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah. But did you see the thing I
No, I didn't.
Down? There was this guy who wrote this Twitter thread about how he got in, like, what I would consider a minor fender bender.
Yeah.
Like, his bumper is totally fucking destroyed.
Okay.
For sure.
So not a minor fender bender.
As you do...
Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of, like, the entire car, it's like, if this was on my car or your car...
It would crumple.
It would crumble and it would be very replaceable.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. It's just that a mechanic would go in, rip out the back panels, make sure your frame is okay, and if it was dented, they'd either fucking, they'd weld it back into place and shit or whatever. Put it back to how it should be.
Yeah.
Teslas are made... in such a way that because of this little car crash this guy got, whole Tesla's written off.
Damn.
He literally only lost the back of the trunk, and the Tesla is unfixable. He takes it to.
Well, it's not unfixable, but it would cost more to fix it than to buy a new one.
I think that was also it. But think about it this way: Teslas, for a new one, it's like $100,000.
Yeah. Well, it depends. The Model 3 is cheaper. It's in the 40 area.
But still, $40,000 to fix a fucking bumper. That and a little work to the frame.
Yeah, it's probably the frame that costs the money.
I believe that was the explanation, that it was the frame, but you don't need to replace an entire frame.
It might need to. It just the way it might be made.
It is the way it's made.
Yeah.
But the guy goes on that tells this whole story about how his car is totally fucked. He can't use it anymore. The Tesla guys won't even repair it because he should just go buy a new one.
Yeah.
It's totally fucked. And then he goes Teslas are still the best cars on the road. And I'm like, do you have a major fucking fault in the car? And you're telling me that it's still the best car on the road?
If you have insurance and it's not your fault, then that's fine.
What if insurance is only willing to cover what the repair should be on any other car?
What the repairs should be on any other car. I don't think they're supposed to do that. They have to cover what the repair costs on your car.
Yeah, but what if they're assholes? The insurance companies are assholes.
Yeah,
never trust them.
I'm not pro insurance companies, but I don't know. Teslas are not to be that guy, but Teslas are cars made to be someone's favorite car.
Yeah, but I just think it's so silly.
Yeah.
If you're fucking...
I think it's dumb to simp, but also if I could get it...
If your TV remote ran out of batteries...
Yeah.
And then you just couldn't turn your TV on anymore.
My TV remote has a fucking solar panel on it, bitch.
So you just go put it up at the window?
Yeah.
Oh. That is pretty good.
And it has USB-C.
Literally okay, never mind. Your remote is sick. I take it back. But imagine if it had AA batteries.
Yeah.
It was your old remote.
Yes.
The one that had the back falling out.
Fully fucked.
Yeah, so every single time you put it down, sometimes the batteries would just pop out.
Yep.
Imagine if it's yeah, fuck you, buddy. Or it's not that your TV won't turn on, it's that because you let the batteries fully run out, your TV will never work again. Or because there was no backing on your remote. Something small. Something that shouldn't mean bullshit. Writing off the entire car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if it's the part of the remote that hangs off, if that's the part that read the batteries, so it hanging off meant that it couldn't absorb the power from the batteries.
Yeah. And I don't think the problem with what the guy said Or the problem isn't, there's no problem with the guy saying, I'll get another Tesla.
Yeah.
Because I love the car. The problem is that he has, what in the grand scheme of the car, minor damage.
Yeah.
And the whole car is fucked. And he still says, it's the best car around.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's so stupid.
I think we need more electric vehicles. And
Absolutely.
I think Teslas are clearly like cars that are designed to make people enjoy them, and I think that's something that everybody should look at trying to replicate in some way.
I really want other car companies to do that, because Teslas also have, like, when to do a software update, you have to take it back to the dealership, and the dealership will charge you money for like a USB stick that they put inside of like a USB port in your car to do a software update, and it disables features unless you get it. So like your cruise control gets shut off, other stuff. I think your GPS stops working.
That sucks.
Yeah. That was an old thing I heard. Who knows if that's still
that might not still be true, because I think they do that over. Somebody I worked with had a Tesla, and I think he said the software updates happen overnight.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a big one. Yeah, but your car having Wi-Fi makes sense, especially if it's like an electric car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, leave it. Oh, let me plug it into my garage. Oh, make sure the Wi-Fi is connected, because it said there would be an update tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or have it like tether through your phone or something.
I got my LAN cable hooked up to my fucking Tesla.
I can't drive it very far. I got a 50-footer cable, but I got to daisy chain it together.
Oh fuck! Somebody ran over the cable. What a fucking asshole!
That actually happened to me in my Saturn. I had like one of those things you could like plug into your house.
Yeah.
And it would like keep your engine warm.
And you drove off with it still plugged in?
Yeah. I didn't break anything in the house, but the fucking thing...
The cable broke?
The cable popped out.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was driving with the cable. The cable didn't...
Popped out of the house.
It popped out of the house, didn't break anything.
Yeah.
Like, just fully came with me. I was driving to like Tim Hortons.
And there's like...
It was... I just heard like my car just went like... dipped down for a second. It fucking caught under my tire. Pulled it out,
ripped up the fucking socket. I'm guessing
the socket went angled down completely.
Yeah.
So I was like, you couldn't put another cord back in, and also I'm sure they didn't exist anymore. So even if I tried to like go get a new one, it was just like, well, fuck, oopsie daisy. It didn't heat my car on the inside hot, so I don't care. But
that's like not even useful.
No, it was for like the health of the engine.
Oh.
Like I wouldn't have to go do that bullshit that a lot of people have. Some not much anymore, but back in the day, and when you had an older car, you had to like go out in the morning, turn on your car, and then you had to like let it sit because it needed to heat up the engine, or else it was bad for the engine, especially in Canada. So I didn't have to do that. I could turn it on and start going.
Yeah. And
also, when I turned on my heater, it was already. I wouldn't get hit with cold air. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, Saturn Astra, best car on the road.
I was just gonna say, when I pull out my heater, that's when people start hitting the floor. Right? Heater isn't a dick, it's a gun.
Oh. I want to die.
Old timey gun slang.
Yeah.
I love old timey slang. It's so fun.
My favorite is when it's offensive.
No. I don't like that, but I like I don't know. I like saying weird versions of things. Every one of my friends knows how much I like saying the phrase jazz cigarette or marijuana cigarette. Just because it's funny.
You do say it quite often.
I think it's really funny, especially jazz cigarette, because jazz cigarette is like arguably offensive.
Oh,
because black people play jazz.
Yeah,
and black people smoke weed.
That's a cigarette for them.
Yeah, but I just think it's fun to say.
Yeah,
and it's like the way it's offensive is like it's like 2 steps away, so like you're not gonna pick up on it when I say it. But yeah. And speaking of offensive, boy, Tripwire Interactive president is offensive.
One tweet ruined your whole career.
I doubt it ruined his whole career.
I'm sure it didn't, but he had to step down from being the president.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, on Monday he stepped down, and then fucking, I don't know, like...
Anyway, what he said was that he was anti-abortion and that he's pro-life and that they should ban abortion like they do in Texas.
He was like, I'm glad people are out there standing up for my rights to believe in that.
I'm glad people are standing up for my rights to never have an abortion because I'm a man.
Mm-hmm. Because I have an idea that everyone is entitled to life.
Yes, except for alive people.
Yeah, except for...
Only cells are allowed to live, not humans.
Yeah. That dude should stop eating.
Is he a big fat motherfucker?
No. He should stop eating because there's cells and things that you eat, and therefore you eating them is breaking
Does he
them
eat
down.
eggs?
Oh, no. That's the same.
Yep, same diff, dude.
Yeah. That's the logic vegans have. That's the logic pro-life vegans have.
Yeah. I mean, vegans don't eat eggs because, whatever, they're animal byproduct.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then, like, Shipwright Studios, who helped co-develop Maneater, which apparently Tripwire Interactive did Killing Floor and Maneater. I did love Maneater, and I didn't play Killing Floor.
Killing Floor is, hey, do you like Call of Duty Zombies? Would you like to play it worse?
No, I would like to play it normal.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Killing Floor is fine. It's just that, like, you know, they have... It's just a horde zombie game.
The thing I like
where you kill things and you buy ammo or you buy new guns.
The COD Zombies thing that I keep getting in on is every once in a while I'll look at the wiki and like see the lore and be like, I love this.
Yeah.
This is so wild. Because it's one of those things where it's like I stopped paying attention right as it was getting fucked. Like,
yeah, it was like at the end of like
the end of Moon, you're like, okay, it's fucked up.
I know. I didn't even get that far. They were like, "Oh, there's lore in Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies," and I was like, "Oh, I don't care."
Okay, I knew like the lore because of the Easter egg connections between levels. It was like, okay,
it was Kino at the end of World at War. That's the one that really started the lore stuff.
Oh, you mean Noctur Untoten?
Yes, Kino.
Or no, Duriz.
Yeah, it was one of those fucking ones.
Yeah. There's some lore.
The final one of World at War started the lore.
Yeah.
And then it went on into Call of Duty Black Ops where it was like they time traveled to the next war.
Kino and then Ascension. And then like Ascension is happening at the same time as 5, which is the one where you play as the president. Which is fun. And then they go to they go to Call of the Dead, which takes place in the further future, where George Romero, R.I.P., is making a movie with all the other characters, and the other characters have to help the gang leave, and then like they go to Shangri-La, and then they go to Moon, and Moon has like the whole thing where the demonic narrator switches places with Richtofen, because she's actually like the daughter of some guy. It's like part of the lore. And so, like, that's where I kind of stopped because I didn't buy any Call of Duty games after that one.
I tried to play the one Zombie in Cold War.
Yeah.
It is so overly complicated.
Yeah.
Like, you literally start and it's like, oh, let me go pick a gun up and just go kill some zombies until I feel like exploring. And then the map is, like, huge. There's no... It's, like, it's fucking worthless. All the zombies just pop out of the floor. They don't come through windows anymore. Like, and then I went and watched someone. I was like, I don't understand how this fucking works. And I watched someone on like round 2. They opened up like every door and fucking went and started the generator. Started this like there's an alternate hellverse you go to fight. That's where the dogs are now. You go and beat them up, and then that unlocks your like pack-a-punch ability. And it's like, God, fuck off, man.
That's so funny.
Like in Duriz, it was literally like you go. You activate the generator, you go flip like a couple levers, Pack-a-Punch is awake. And then every other one's like, oh, you just go to the place where the Pack-a-Punch is. Mm-hmm. And then now it's like, oh, go do a puzzle.
Well, what wound up happening in Black Ops 3 and 4 was that they did alternate universe stuff with the main 4 characters in alternate universes jumping in between universes, and then dealing with the fact that there are primordial like beings such as angels and demons. There's a World War I era Nazi robot. There's like fucking it goes wild, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, there's Mob of the Dead, and Mob of the Dead is weird. Like, there's one in Alcatraz. There's like fucking weird shit. There's like a house at the end of time, like, which has bits and pieces from every map that came before, which is fucking awesome.
That's weird. You know what else was pretty awesome?
What else? The PS5
PS5 showcase.
This is effectively Sony's E3. Is what I'm feeling
because they didn't show up to E3,
which
they didn't show up
haven't
to
for the last
Gamescom.
few years.
But they did like a state of play during 1 year, like around E3.
Yeah. And they had one before E3 this year.
I missed their conferences. Their conference was like always just such like it was like an anti-conference where like Xbox is like, we're the fun, cool dads.
Well, that's the last few years, yeah.
Ubisoft is like, we are cringe incarnate.
Yeah.
Bethesda's like, we are liars. And then the PS5
Xbox
was like, hello, I am here in a suit.
Yeah, PS5 was like we're the fucking fancy ones.
We're the wasps of the fucking. But then they were like, oh, we're gonna go. We have a tent outside where we're gonna have the man with a guitar.
That was so cool everyone made fun of it, but it was cool.
It was. I think it was the musical performances weren't bad. It's just that they went on for too long, and also it's like, why did you go do a secondary tent conference?
No, so that year there was. The tent was, they made a tent decorated like the tent in Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
For that trailer. Then they went to a different indoor location for the rest of it.
Yeah, that's why I think it was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And then they had the Ghost of Tsushima man that everyone got upset about.
And then it was like, oh, he's like actually the best.
He's a master.
Yeah,
it's like, man.
He does a great job.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But now we have, at the beginning of the PS5 showcase, 3-minute chess movie.
That was cool.
It was like stylistically cool.
I always loved the PlayStation commercials that were live action.
It was stylistically cool.
Yeah.
But I'm also sitting there going like, what's going on? Also, it had like before it started, it's like all footage captured on a PS5. Yeah. And so people were sitting there, I was like, yo, is this a game?
That's sick. So one of the things that people, it's one of those like PlayStation commercials where it's like, spot all the fucking video game references.
Yeah.
Like, you could see there was like the logo for FF7, like the Meteor logo, chilling in the background on a wall as a graffiti, and like a bunch of other cool shit.
You know, it'd be cool if they did with the next one.
What? The
next time they do a PS5 showcase, if they decide to make another like little short movie.
Do to Michael again.
Yeah, but do it to Michael's kid.
Oh. That'd be so sick.
Especially if they wanted to have like a more family friendly one.
Yeah.
Because the Michael trailer was like over 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And that kid was like 15. He could easily be like a dad in like who's pushing 30. And he could have like a 5-year-old kid or something, and they could just announce like a Little Big Planet game.
Oh.
Or no, if they just had like hints in the background of like the trailers they're gonna show and shit.
Yeah.
That would be like kind of cool.
That would also be cool.
Yeah.
So let's sum up what you missed from the PlayStation's showcase. Okay, so the first up, they're remaking KOTOR. I didn't see an EA logo.
Yeah, it's pure Lucasfilm.
It's
LucasArts. It's LucasArts.
Yeah, and Sony, I think.
The developer of the game. Sony is involved, so I think this actually will be a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
The dev who's making it.
Yeah.
Is. I've been calling it Aspyr, but last night someone was like, don't you think it's probably Aspire? And I was like, shit.
Oh.
It's ASPYR.
Okay.
I looked up what they do. They have worked on a couple of LucasArts games.
Okay.
Mostly ports. They've mostly done ports.
Okay.
This would be like their first real game they're developing.
Okay, so they're like maybe going to be the next Blue Point style studio. Maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm fine with that. But I saw some news, a little controversy about this.
A little controversy.
But I don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the name Sam Maggs?
Yeah.
You know who she is?
Yes.
What does she do?
She is a sort of famous Canadian feminist games media person who does writing, and
she actually does writing for video games now.
Yeah.
In fact, she actually wrote Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
and Spider-Man.
She did the DLC.
Yeah.
She was part of the DLC writing team, but she like is top billed for all of Rift Apart, but isn't even in the billing for other things. So she's a writer. She goes around between different studios. She used to work for BioWare for a point because they did a Mass Effect fucking Cards Against Humanity pack.
Uh-huh.
So unless it has 8-foot long blue Asari cock, I don't care. She's not a real Mass Effect fan. No,
Literally worked at BioWare, not a real Mass Effect fan.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
I know.
At first I was like, oh no, because of course what I see it from is a guy who is a big KOTOR fan.
Yeah.
That I follow on Facebook.
Feminists are gonna ruin
Not that.
KOTOR!
It's that she specifically has said... Well, she has specifically poked fun at a lot of male Star Wars fans. She used to write for the Mary Sue.
Yeah.
And,
Oh no, a woman who doesn't like male Star Wars fans
it's
is
fine,
gonna do
whatever.
Star Wars.
Let me get to my fucking point.
Okay.
And then in an interview in like 2018 or something, she was like, someone's like, "What's your favorite Star Wars game?" She's like, "Not KOTOR." Mm-hmm. So so based off of that and her background, I think this dude fears that she's going to go in and not make it a remake, but make it like a remake where things change. And like, I don't think that's going to happen. You're going to get KOTOR the exact same way it was.
Even if they remake it and things change, that is the nature of a remake.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
heavy
can
story
go on-
change. Whatever, you can change character designs. That's fine. I would just I think if you're going to remake it,
Well, she's a writer, so it would be the story that changes. But you can just go on your computer and buy KOTOR. Like, it's on Steam.
yeah. What?
Like,
Sometimes,
yeah.
but clearly this guy's already played through KOTOR.
Yeah.
But he wants to play it looking nice, new, and fresh.
Okay.
But anyways, I don't think there's anything's going to happen with that.
Yeah.
Because also, there's nothing saying she's actually writing on this game.
Oh.
It I was literally looking, and it's like, oh, in 2020, she started off like her own dev team.
Yeah.
I think it's called like Soft Point Games or something.
Okay.
It's like there's literally no hints that she is writing this KOTOR remake.
Oh,
So it's like I feel like I think it's just that someone read that she worked at BioWare and then went, no, KOTOR.
That's so funny.
It's like, no, man. Yeah.
And also, like, you can write a thing and have it like.
Also, no game, no hype. Them's the rules. Like, this was literally just a voice and then
You keep saying that. That's not your thing.
It's not my thing, but I believe it. But I'm also a liar.
I don't care. Like, there's some of these that we didn't see any game, and I'm going to get hype because of information I have that is.
Does it involve a plaid shirt?
Huh? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
So, anyways, KOTOR remake. Hopefully, we get more news at like maybe at Game Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, this is an announcement where it's like it's coming, and then at the Game Awards, they're just like it's almost
here.
done.
Yeah.
Like fucking do that to us.
Yeah. The next one was Project Eve.
Which I wrote ass
Like,
plus biblical angels.
okay, so I was like,
Plus China.
I was like, he said ass. Does he mean the game looks like ass, or that he?
I think the game looks really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks fucking sick.
Yeah, it looks very DMC.
I don't think it's China. I think it's Korea. I thought the website was .kr at the
Oh,
end.
was there a website?
Yeah.
I just kind of listened to them speak, and I'm like, this kind of sounds Chinese.
I couldn't place it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
anything.
I just took it again. It's not Japanese. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. If it's Korea, it's probably a company that makes MMOs trying to do an action game
Yeah.
because I was like, the graphics are too good.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. Like, the action is like,
The lady looks really pretty, and the monster designs also look.
yes, the moves that are being done, I'm like, these don't look that cool. But like, then
Well, I
they'll
think
cut to cutscene of the fight, and I'm like, this looks cool.
Yeah, at the beginning of the fight, or like when she was fighting like small monsters or
Yeah.
whatever, it looked like it was just like, I'm swinging a
Kind of
sword.
some basic.
But then
sword swings.
towards like when they showed the bigger boss fights later on, she was like actually going
More
to the like
in-depth,
doing
right.
like fucking launchers and like jumping around and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up was Skyrim with guns.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Like honestly, I
Tiny
like
Tina's
I
Wonderlands.
I like Borderlands 3. I like the Borderlands franchise. I think Borderlands 2 is at the lowest point for its writing. Like comedically. Like Handsome
Really?
Jack is I think Handsome Jack is really good,
I thought Borderlands 2 was supposed to be the best one in terms of writing, other than Tales from the Borderlands.
I think, yeah, Tales from the Borderlands is excluded because that's like a proper story game, not written by, doesn't have Randy Pitchford shit all over it.
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe
I think every character in Borderlands 2 is amped up to being super fucking annoying and just becoming a one-note joke. And Tiny Tina is like the most annoying character I have ever fucking experienced in Borderlands 2. But then in Borderlands 3, they like chill her out and make her just like a normal person who just says like, has catchphrases and shit.
Yeah.
But this is going back to like the Borderlands 2 style of writing, where all she does is go like, my big old ladies with my badonkadonks need to go boom boom. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's so bad and it's annoying, and I think it's stupid to get like famous people to do the voice acting and shit.
Yeah.
Because Andy Samberg is the guy in the trailer, the robot is Wanda Sykes, Will Arnett's in the game.
That's cool.
It's a cool voice cast. In fact, I like those people a lot. And also Ashley Birch is returning as Tiny Tina.
Yeah, and we love Ashley Birch here most of the time.
She's a great voice actor.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just don't like Tiny
I don't think
Tina.
I met Tiny Tina in Borderlands 2.
It's like she's pretty early on in the game.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever fight Wilhelm? The dude in the giant robot on like that ice rink?
Yeah.
Then you met Tiny Tina.
Oh.
She's like in the story, you have to go and blow up the train.
I don't remember the train. Okay, wait, it doesn't matter. Borderlands 2 is not a game that I think about that much. It's the only Borderlands that I've spent a good amount of time playing, though. Other than Tales from the Borderlands.
So anyways, now we finally got to see Forspoken.
Forspoken! Well, we've seen some of this game before, but we got more story and more gameplay.
Before, it was just like, look, you run around and it's really fluid movement. Whoa. But
we got like a little bit of story that it's like she's from our world in a fantasy world.
She got isekai'd.
Yep, exactly. In this trailer, we actually get to see some legit story and some cool gameplay.
And it was cool. It looks like a lot of telekinesis shit. I don't know if that's actually...
I'm so cheering for this game. Luminous, after fucking spending so long working on FF15 and then like having that game scrapped and have to come out like super rushed and then like work on the DLC and then the DLC winds up getting canceled. Like, they need a win, and I hope Forspoken is that. I'm cheering for Forspoken, man. You know? Yeah. Like, and it looks fucking cool.
It does. And then that was the high point.
Yeah.
One of the high points of the year. Yeah. Now we go deep low.
To Rainbow Six, Extraction.
Quarantine, Extraction, whatever. I think it was originally called Quarantine.
It was.
Yeah.
It looks boring.
It looks bad and
it's
shitty.
like if Siege was
It's like if Siege had a single-player campaign.
But it's like, that's not even... Because if Siege had a single-player campaign, that'd be cool.
It would be like the single-player campaigns of Rainbow Six.
Yeah, well, like Vegas and stuff.
That's what I meant, Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Those games had, like, good...
It had a really cool, like, action-y campaign, but also kept it fucking, like, more grounded and not Call of Duty bullshit.
That's literally what Rainbow Six is. Rainbow Six is, like, squad-based tactical shooter.
Like, SOCOM died and Rainbow Six took its spot.
Well, Rainbow Six came first.
SOCOM tried to have the spot and failed.
Yeah. SOCOM took Rainbow Six's spot, and then Sony got bored of making SOCOM games.
Yeah. No. The only thing that could make this game possibly interesting is if they had like a Left 4 Dead style multiplayer, but they said this game is PvE.
PvE only. And it's just, on top of that, like, fuck Ubisoft.
Also, they have...
How about fix your shit before you fucking spend all this money on trailers and try to make
They have a huge roster of characters from Rainbow Six Siege, and they pick 4.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought there was just 4 in the trailer because it was like a 4-person squad.
I think they've only announced that, like, Lion, Hibana, Ash, and one other person is involved.
That sucks.
And it's like, oh, are you going to give me, like, are you going to do the Rainbow Six thing where you're going to put out characters that I already know exist, but they're quarantine-ified versions?
Ooh.
Or, sorry, Extraction.
They've been quarantined.
Yeah. And then there's an Alan Wake.
The Alan Wake remaster looks actually really good. Yeah, sure. I like Alan Wake a lot, though. I like that game. It's funny that the Alan Wake remaster, I think, is PlayStation and PC only, when Alan Wake was originally 360 and PC only.
It was 360 only for a long time. Then it got put on PC pretty recently, actually.
Just a few years ago, I think.
Yeah. It was in the time of the Xbox One, and Alan Wake is a Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the biggest surprise of the show.
A new GTA,
GTA
5 trailer
on the PS5.
in 2021.
Yeah, no, this game has looked the same for 7 years.
GTA 5 on the PS5. This is the third console generation for GTA 5 to appear on.
Yeah. Also, there's a part where it says updated graphics or whatever.
It looks the same.
I have been playing that game like that for the last 7 years on Ultra on my PC.
Like, yeah, and like honestly, it doesn't even look that different from the PS4.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not. They're going to charge you $90 for this, and if you're a Canadian, $80 if you're in the US.
If they fucking put this as a full price game 8 years after it came out,
Skyrim still comes out as a full price game.
Yeah, but it's dumb when they do that too.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that someone else is already doing it, so they're going to do it.
Yeah, I guess Nintendo did the same thing with Skyward Sword, but at the very least, that's a fucking Zelda game.
Also, that has like vague changes where this is exactly
This is literally
the same
no
game.
additional content
Yeah.
other than the shit that's already out on other platforms.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They should literally fucking advertise it for GTA Online and say, if you buy the PS5 version, we give you the lowest, like the cheapest property for all the businesses.
Yeah.
Because that would be, because in GTA 5, like in the money,
Fresh start for everything, yeah.
but in the money you have to buy, or like if you buy their shark cards or whatever,
Yeah.
that is like $300 worth of shit.
I can't believe I've now seen 2 trailers for GTA 5 on PS5.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Because there was one at the fucking first conference last year for the PS5, and there's
Yeah.
one again here, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Who's the fucking idiot who's going like, oh man, I can't wait to buy GTA
I
again.
can't wait to spend money on GTA 5 for the 4th time, said Ian.
That's not happening.
Yeah. You've done 3 and you're sticking with 3.
Yeah, one of them was a mistake.
With the PS4 one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just that Chris was playing it at the time, and I'm like, I want to play it again. Because I also didn't have like the PS3 version of it, so I couldn't just like pop that in. I had
A PS4 doesn't have backwards compatibility.
well, I can do it anyways.
Yeah.
So I can go turn on a PS3.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was cross-gen. So
There was a new trailer for Ghostwire Tokyo. This game looks less good than it did when it was first announced, but I don't know. I'll still probably check it out.
I don't know. It looks like it should have been a VR game. You look very like every single time they show like this is the combat or this is you walking through the world. It always looks very slow and like you don't really look like you deviate off a path.
It's there's like it's like I think it's supposed to be like a first person take on a kind of character actiony type game.
Maybe, but also like they've already lost like both their game directors.
Wait, Mikami's out too?
I think so.
Jesus Christ.
That's what Stevie said to me.
Damn.
That this is it seems like there's a rough dev going.
Yeah, I think
going on for this.
That's Bethesda. Bethesda's always been pretty bad with that team, their Japanese team, which is shitty. But hopefully Mikami is a fucking legend. So hopefully he gets, like, honestly, Mikami is somebody who you should just be giving blank checks to. Like, the guy made fucking RE4. Like, let alone everything else he's done. He made RE4. Like, the most ported, like, you know, the reason RE4 gets ported that much is because people keep buying it because it's that fucking good. Right?
Yeah. Shinji Mikami just announced it. He doesn't say like his involvement. He's not the director.
He was?
No,
He
Kenji
wasn't?
Kimura is the director.
Oh.
And
I know Ikumi
The Kumi
left
Nakamura was-
like a couple years ago already.
yeah, she's doing like her own thing now.
Yeah. She's great.
Yeah, I can't wait till she's in 2021 she announced that she had started a new small independent game studio. So can't wait for whatever that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this game's probably going to come out and be like a flop.
Yeah. Or just be fine. But I'll still check it out because, like, I do want to see where it's going. It is intriguing to me conceptually.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like prepared for it to just be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be one of those where it's like, this is actually really rad, but it's like not as rad as it looked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy came out. This trailer, I think, makes the game look better than the last trailer.
I think it does as well, but also I think they're just like showing off a lot of the game. So unless this game is like actually massive, I think they're doing a bit too much. Like, this should be the last trailer we see until it comes out.
The game comes out in like a month.
So yeah.
Yeah.
This should be the last
It
trailer.
almost certainly is. Other than like maybe a TV spot or something.
Yeah, I think the stuff with Cosmo was cute.
Yeah.
How he's like a Russian telepathic dog, and he's like, you must go. It's like you got to catch them, or like you have to go play catch, and not the fun version with Bull.
Yeah. I like that.
And then they showed that you can do space combat. Who knows? That could be cool.
That could be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Still the big problem with this game is that you play only as Peter Quill.
Yeah.
And like I saw there's like a
That's
part
dumb.
where like fucking Gamora's like zipping around with their sword, and I'm like, I wish I could. Just
I wish
play
I
as
could
her.
do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I am interested. This is not GOTG is not like guaranteed buy as some other Marvel games were, especially after how Avengers turned out.
Yeah.
But I'm still intrigued. I might check it out at launch, or I might wait for it and see. Maybe they'll do DLCs where you play as the other members of the Guardians.
Maybe.
Then they
Hopefully not like how they fucking did like the Final Fantasy 15 thing, where it's like you can only do it when you're involved in a fight, and then you switch back immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in FF7 Integrate they might have changed that, but I'm not sure.
That's Integrate though.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
Yep. Oops. Sorry. They showed off a Vampire the Masquerade multiplayer game.
Blood Hunt. Unless this game is like fully free, it's gonna fail super hard.
Yeah, I mean, I like the World of Darkness, but also like fucking you have fired both dev teams that have worked on Bloodlines 2, which is the next RPG game, which should be your main focus.
Yeah.
Guys, like
You're not like, I feel like there's a bunch of like old men in charge of all of these things going like, well, Fortnite and Apex Legends make a lot of money, so why don't we just go and like make an
I think I don't even think it's that. I think this is
teams.
just a fucking quick shit something out because we've fucking dicked over our RPG dev team working on the thing that people actually want. Like, you know.
Yeah, and like all the gameplay they showed, like this, like it looks like you're playing against a bunch of fucking idiots.
Like whereas the gameplay they showed for Bloodlines 2 looks like really cool. Like it looks like a cool, you know, Western RPG game where you play as a vampire, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like between that and like some other stuff I've seen, I'm like, man, I would love to check out the tabletop game for Vampire the Masquerade because I think it might be cool. This is a cool TTRPG.
Yeah. And then
we got a trailer for Deathloop, which comes out in like 3 days.
Yeah, this is like utterly pointless to have.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Deathloop's
like
release date.
you already, and also like you were either already going to buy it or not. Like this is not.
This time
for
they just
anybody.
showed off more powers, and I'm like, this guy is also, he wastes so much fucking ammo at like points.
Yeah.
There's like one where he like whips a guy up in the air, goes like boom, 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 shoots him a bunch, and then like slams him on the ground and it kills him. I'm like,
Well, it's what they do in the trailers because they're trying to match the music.
yeah. I think the funniest one is throwing the grenade and then kicking the guy into the grenade.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was funny. But
or like when he like jumped off like from above.
Yeah.
That was cool.
This should have been the trailer they just silently put out.
Yeah.
Like a day before the game came out.
This should have
or,
been the
like,
launch
on
trailer, yeah.
It practically is a
Maybe
launch trailer.
maybe
It's just like a few days.
Maybe
too
it
early.
is, and like when they put the fucking Ghostwire Tokyo trailer, Bethesda was like, also show the Deathloop thing.
Yeah.
There's a Radiohead VR video game, or maybe it's not VR. But
I don't know. I just, the way I looked at it, the way it's like all set up and what they're just showing, there's like a bunch of lyrics written on the wall. I think it's a virtual album tour.
yeah, like it's like not really a game.
Yeah, I saw fucking Chris tweeted out. He's like, "A Radiohead video game?" Like, it's not. I don't think it's.
I don't think it's gonna be like a game. Like I think it's gonna
yeah.
be like a little interactive thing. But that's cool. I like that kind of thing. I don't
Yeah,
care
especially
about
it's on the
Radiohead.
Epic Game Store, so who knows? It might just be free as
It was
well.
it's not on. Well, yeah, but it's made by Epic.
Yeah.
Was the developer as well.
So I think will just be straight up.
They had it on the second monitor while they were developing Fortnite.
Yeah, or it was someone's passion project on the side. It's like, man, I really love the song "Creep" by Radiohead. I'm gonna make a whole like walking tutorial based.
Well,
off
it's
of this.
it's based on. It's not on Creep. It's
I know,
Kid A and
Kid A Amnesia or whatever.
yeah.
Kid A Amnesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm having a
There was
stroke.
Chia, which I think looked pretty cool.
It looks cute.
Yeah.
What's the objective of the game though?
It says to go to islands and stop bad guy. Stop the bad man.
You can pet the crab though.
You can pet the crab. You can turn into the crab.
Yeah, you can turn into things. This is like what if
That's
Mario
cool.
Odyssey went harder.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It's like Mario Odyssey, but Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Where's the Dark Souls though?
The Dark Souls of Breath of the Wild Mario.
Well, like when Breath of the Wild came out, people were like, "Is this the Dark Souls of Zelda games?"
Yeah.
No, because there's a parry.
Is this the Dark Souls of Mario?
Because there's the fucking Dark Souls boss in Mario Odyssey.
Is this the Dark Souls
of
Mario with a gun?
It's Odyssey 2. It's not out yet. You can't leak it. Dark
Souls of Animal Crossing. I just got that when you said. That's funny. What would that be?
Stardew Valley. Because you can die in that game.
I guess.
Well, no, you don't die. You get
just
you get
tired.
knocked out. No, you can. There's like a dungeon you can crawl through.
Yeah. But like you don't die. You
can
leave the dungeon.
You get like if you lose, you have like a health bar. If you get to none, you just wake up back in your bed. So it's like you get knocked out. Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy are getting remastered for PS5 and PC.
All of them.
No,
but the other ones.
The other ones as well?
Yeah. This was actually.
I thought it was just these.
I rewatched it, and it does. I believe it says the entire Legacy collection.
I thought it just said 4 in The Lost Legacy, but I could be wrong.
I believe it could. They also.
Hold on.
Just go look it up. But also, they announced this at not a conference, a shareholder meeting like 6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I forgot about it, but someone was like, "Yeah, we already knew."
Legacy of Thieves collection coming to PS5 and PC.
How do you call it the Legacy of if the Legacy of Thieves collection actually is just 4 and 5? That's fucking 4 and Lost Legacy. That's fucking stupid.
Available in early 2022 for PS5. The PC version will be shortly after the PS5 version, but it doesn't have a date. It looks like it's just 4 and Lost Legacy.
That's stupid. It says the Legacy of Thieves.
It just says this one and this one here.
Well, they should just put the 1, 2, and 3 out as well.
Yeah, the remaster. Fucking PC, baby. The first Uncharted I'm gonna play.
4.
A Thief's End.
Or Lost Legacy, and then you go
Which is a sequel to A Thief's End.
Yeah.
Like a side
sequel.
It's a sequel, but it's not with any of the main characters.
Yeah, just at one point.
You didn't play The Lost Legacy, right?
No, I did not.
It's good.
I just didn't. I just forgot about it.
Well, you played like 1
also,
through
it
4
stars
in
women
20
that
minutes.
aren't white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played through 1 and 4 or 1 through 4 in like 10 days, so you were like kind of sick of it.
I wasn't sick of it. I was just like,
ready to not do it anymore.
Yeah. I was like, this is a good place to stop.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I played them all as they came out, so I didn't need a break because I had 2 years in between each one or whatever.
All right, now here's the real question.
Yeah.
We got a 30-second trailer for the new Marvel game.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to figure out it was
2 seconds?
2 seconds?
I saw the outfit the man at the bar was wearing.
As soon as I saw the outfit, I'm like, okay, it says like Insomniac, Marvel. And
I was like,
Spider-Man? Yeah, because obviously. And then it shows the bar, and I'm like, okay, this is definitely not Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, I saw Wolverine. I didn't realize it would be a Wolverine game. I was like, oh, is Wolverine going to be in Spider-Man 2? That's sick.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, no, it's a Wolverine video game that they're doing.
Yeah.
It has no date. We saw no gameplay, but it's Insomniac. I'm like I have permission to get hyped for it because it's Insomniac.
I will allow the hype.
Yeah, name games that they've done that aren't good. It's like, okay, well,
the Ratchet and Clank games that they didn't make. Sunset Overdrive isn't bad though.
And Fuse.
It's just cringe.
Sunset Overdrive is I would argue... no, Fuse is Insomniac's worst game.
Yeah, but Sunset Overdrive, it's like, the gameplay is there.
Yeah.
The free-running,
I would say
cartoony combat and
Sunset Overdrive, to me, I would say is slightly worse than the Ratchet and Clank remake, but better than Fuse.
Sure.
And those are their 3 worst games. One of those games was nominated for a bunch of awards, which is the Ratchet and Clank remake.
I think Uncharted and it's got an Uncharted Yakuza thing going on with that dev team, where it's Fuse is dog shit. It's all the way down there.
Yeah.
And then you got the next worst one.
Yeah,
and it's like it's Sunset Overdrive, but I think there's a big gap.
There's a big gap between Fuse
Yeah.
and Sunset Overdrive, and then it's like everything else.
And I think the worst problem
that.
with Sunset Overdrive is the writing
Yeah.
and how they do characters, because it's supposed to be like, haha, look, it's a satire about like millennial culture, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's yeah, it feels like how do you do fellow kids
Yeah.
is the biggest problem with it.
Yeah,
And,
or
like,
or fucking when like Rockstar goes like, we're gonna lampoon the shit out of America, and it's like,
that's
how
a
do you
thing.
do fellow Americans?
I don't know if it was me growing up or that they got worse.
They got worse.
Because it's like, I don't remember it being that bad in earlier Rockstar games.
The-
but in GTA 5, even at like fucking 18 years old, I was like, this is insufferable.
Yeah, no, GTA 4 was literally a game criticizing America's like
American
hatred
capitalism, yeah.
American capitalism and their hatred of like foreigners.
Yeah.
That was the whole concept of the game.
Yeah.
And how that the US government will take advantage of these foreign
And then the two DLCs kind of continue that idea, but from different places. So
Yeah.
like,
drugs versus drugs but rich.
well, no, it was like being a biker gang is being a type of outsider, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote, like white trash, right? And being like the main character of Ballad of Gay Tony is like wealthy, but he's a Puerto Rican man, right?
But the only reason why he's wealthy as well is that he is an enforcer and a bouncer
Yeah.
for this fucking
Gangster.
No, he's not a gangster. He's a fucking he's involved with gangsters.
Yeah.
But he's just a businessman who gets too deep because he's too addicted to fucking younger men,
Yeah.
buying them all this shit so that he can fuck these younger men and making and like cocaine.
Yeah, and like interestingly enough,
But it's about
most
how-
of the main characters in Ballad of Gay Tony aren't cis white males, like
Yeah.
or aren't cis heterosexual white
like
males.
also you can like I remember I talked to Blake about this a long time ago when we were kids. He doesn't like the Ballad of Gay Tony.
I really liked it.
I think Ballad of Gay Tony is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it because Luis goes through no changes. Because Luis is not the main character.
Yeah, it's like-
he's a vessel
yeah,
to take you through the story of the main character.
unlike Nico and Jimmy or whatever. What's that guy's name?
Johnny.
Johnny, thank you.
Johnny gets so also
Both
GTA
of them.
5 fucking ruins
Yeah.
Johnny as well.
And one of the characters from one of the other DLCs as well is in it at one point.
Gay Tony is in the online portion now. But he is just a man who says, I'm looking to open a club in Los Santos, and I need someone to manage it, and I've heard your name passed around, so how about it? And then you go buy a club, and you're a club owner now with Gay Tony.
So I think there's like a random side character who from
Packy.
the Ballad, huh? Yeah,
Oh.
that's him.
No, he's not from the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Oh, he's
from
the
base GTA.
Base GTA.
He's actually from one of the because GTA 4 takes place in like the early 2000s, doesn't it?
I think it takes place like around when it came out,
All right, yeah, I think like 2007.
something like that.
I think the game came out in like 2008, but I think this takes place in like 2007, 2006.
Yeah.
There is one when you meet this guy Packy via some other jobs. His name is
Yeah.
Patrick McCreary, but everyone calls him Packy.
Oh yeah.
And you go and you find out his whole family. They're a bunch of like good Catholic boys who lie to their mother about what they do, but they're all like drug addicts and they sell drugs on the side, and they're also bank robbers. So they get you involved to do a bank heist, and he brings in his brother Derek. As a child, this went over my head. Derek is a former member of the IRA, and he sits there in the back of the car, like on the way there, just yelling about how the fucking crown takes advantage of everything and capitalism's a nightmare. And it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, GTA 4 went so hard,
Yeah.
but then GTA 5 comes out and like, we're going to talk shit about American pop culture. It's like, fuck you. You don't even understand it, because also British pop culture is just as insane.
Yeah.
I watch like the fucking like panel shows they have, and like they have people on where it's like, what's your thing? And they're like, oh, we look weird and now we're international sensations? Fuck
Yeah.
off. There's like these two teen boys who their whole thing is that they have tall hair and they wear like fancy clothes, and they've been on comedy shows. Like they go in like 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. I'm like, Jimmy Carr, why are you letting these children on a show that is filthy? Like, you can't talk shit about American pop culture shit and then have these literal children to be, like, mocked and
Or
laughed
like,
at.
hey, which country's paparazzi are the worst? The UK's.
Which countries killed someone?
Yeah.
It was France, but still.
Well,
Actually, no, it was in London.
you mean Death of
Diana.
Princess Diana?
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't killed by the paparazzi.
She was killed by the crown, but the paparazzi were the cover-up.
Okay, what happened was...
It was a car crash because the paparazzi were chasing them inside that tunnel.
No, the driver was drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
But weren't they also on the run from...
They were.
Yes.
They were running away from the paparazzi, and the driver was drunk.
Okay. He was actually drugged by the crown.
Yes. So the interesting part of the story is, like, if Diana and her friend that she was hanging out
Dodi
with...
F. Ayed?
Huh?
Dodi F. Ayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was her lover.
Yeah, well, no, they only known each other, like, a couple weeks.
I think they were fucking.
They might have fucked.
Every single time I hear the story...
She had just got out of a relationship with a different guy, so I don't know if it's, like, fair to say that these two people were in love with each other, but they might have been fucking.
I think because she, remember, like, she, from the age of 18...
She was married to, like, a fucking 30-year-old.
She instantly got married to Philip.
Yep.
Nope. Charles.
Yep.
And then literally had to start pumping out kids. Started to go crazy. She got divorced when she was like 28.
Yeah.
So then she instantly went around and started partying. So if she wasn't with this dude, they had definitely had sex.
Yeah.
Because she was also, I think she went partying with him on like yachts and stuff.
Yeah. Because she was friends with his dad.
Yeah. Because she was a fucking socialite.
Yeah. But yeah, so then
Quite
anyway,
literally, if you just was like,
if
you
they
could stay with Charles, you could just go get fucking drunk and railed, but off the side. Go for it.
but the thing is, if like both of them weren't the kind of rich, powerful people that they were, they might have lived. Not because of the paparazzi thing, but because they asked the person driving the car, they asked like the head of security of the hotel. The head of security is not a driver. That's not his job. And so he had gone to a bar and been drinking. He drove them in one place, he went to a bar and drank, and then surprise, like, got a call, and he decided to drive them. And then they died because of that.
Damn, what an idiot.
Well, it's not even that he's an idiot. Like, it's just, like, a shitty thing to have happened.
Yeah, even if you're drunk, you say, the rich people say jump, and you go, okay.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I need to get fucking paid.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is weirdly a part of my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gran Turismo's still around.
Gran Turismo's still around. Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for people who like Gran Turismo. Those games, I like seeing the trailers for, because it's like, wow.
It's very pretty. But also, I think that's the only... Because I don't think they're making a new Forza right now. Not Horizon. Like an actual Forza game. Oh, okay. Because Forza and Gran Turismo are like the only ones where it's like, we're just on tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mainline Forza and Gran Turismo are like the last ones of that kind of game left.
Yeah.
Did you play Forza 3 and get the secret warthog?
You mean Horizon 3?
No, Forza 3.
Oh, because it was also in Horizon 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got it.
But yeah, and then what we had was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, this was just a bunch of shots.
Oh yeah. This was also, there was no gameplay in this.
There's an implication.
But we played the first two fucking games.
But there's an implication in this trailer as well.
Of a fight.
Yes, but also I meant of gameplay wise, where either there's character switching, where you can either play as Peter or Miles,
yeah,
or you can always play as Peter and Miles.
Ooh.
Co-op, baby.
I think what's going to happen is, like, there are going to be times in the story where you're one or the other, and there's going to be times in the story where you can pick.
Yeah, I think probably when you're in an open world segment.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Or they'll have, like, two different missions going on, and it's like, switch characters. So, hopefully they don't do the GTA style switching of, like, you have to go... Or it would be kind of interesting.
It would be cool.
See them in the day in the life. But, like, to switch between Peter and Miles.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of just want them to just teleport on top of each other.
I don't think they'll do the second thing. I think it would, like, you jump over to a different area.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'd have, like, playable Brooklyn.
Or maybe have a thing in the options where, like, you know how in the remaster and in Miles Morales on the PS5 version,
Yeah.
they give you the option of, like, putting the subway shit on.
Yeah.
Maybe put a thing in the options where it's like, oh, when you switch to Peter or Miles, it's them outside of their suit doing something.
Yeah.
And then it's like a short cut scene of them being like, oh, I gotta take off.
That'd be cool.
And then they, like, walk past, like, something and they come out on the other side as
I was
Spider-Man.
even just thinking of, like, when you switch, you just jump, like, you're swinging around as Pete, and then you switch, and you're in a different part of the city, and you're swinging around as Miles.
Yeah, and then maybe Pete has, like, a programmed AI to, like, take him somewhere, like, afterwards.
Yeah.
And then you could, like, interact, meet up with him or something.
That'd be cool.
Just be interesting. They probably won't do that because
they
that
did-
actual part would be,
Really hard.
yeah.
I think you could do that in GTA 5. You could sometimes run into the other playable characters.
If you, yeah, it was very random, but, like, if you switched and then, like, you were within a couple block radius,
You could still, like, run and find them.
yeah, it was like a chance thing. You can also call them on your phone and just bring them out anyways. Or if you go to fucking Michael's house, and shoot rockets at his house a bunch, he sends you a fucking like, he calls you and he's like, stop shooting rockets at my house, and if you shoot another one, he comes out and tries to murder you.
That's funny.
Yeah. Then we got the show ender.
Well, do you not have anything else to say about Spider-Man 2?
Oh, I don't care about Kraven. I know nothing about him.
I like Kraven.
Venom's cool.
Venom is
it's
cool.
Ultimate Venom.
But they had I like the voice they got for Venom. It's Tony Todd from the Candyman.
I don't know that.
And also, I just love a good Venom voice. It's like, we are...
Yeah, scary voice, you mean?
Always so, like, wet.
Who is Tony? Wait, from Candyman. Is that a...
He's a black man.
new Candyman?
He's in all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are Venom. I don't know. I love that shit. I
Yeah.
can't do the voice.
So then we got God of War Ragnarok.
God of War Ragnarok looks fine.
Looks good. Looks great.
All right.
Looks awesome.
Looks like it might be bad.
Looks amazing.
Looks like
We're
might
just
be
gonna
one of
keep
the
going
worst
in the
games I've ever
opposite
seen.
Yeah. Did you know there's a fucking blatant spoiler in this trailer?
Yeah, Loki.
Can you cut that part out?
No.
You know what? I'm just gonna tell Stevie to start skipping.
Fucking who cares?
Him
don't
because he
even-
wants to play the fucking game. You don't get to decide if someone doesn't want to play
You don't
the
even
game.
have the context for why that's a spoiler.
You're right, but he also does because I
You watched the trailer
No,
and you
no.
explained it to him.
No, I just would not do that. I know he wants to play the game. It's that we watched the PS5 thing,
Yep.
but I showed it to him later so we could, like, skip through trailers that sucked.
Yeah.
And we got to the God of War one. I let him see 1 second of Kratos, and I'm like, and that's it. And he's like, what? I'm like, there was a straight up spoiler right after this. So I just, like, let him watch the trailer, but every single time the kid talked, I just muted it.
That's funny.
Yeah. There's also... it's like the only one.
That's like the big thing.
Yeah. I think the voice they got for the new Thor, like for Thor in this, sounds really good.
Yeah.
Because he's a real actor.
It's wild that we've never seen, like, that in the first game you don't fight Thor or Odin.
Yeah. You only fight, like, Balder.
Yeah.
Oh, and Thor's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think the game looks pretty good.
Yeah, it
I
looks
think it
fine.
looks fun. I like that you fight, like, a weird crocodile thing and it, like, dives at you and just fucking wrecks you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that different.
No, honestly, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like, wow, that was PS4 and
I've watched this shit
is
like
PS5.
3 times now because, like, while I was eating, I watched Snapcube's reaction to it.
Yeah.
And she was like, whoa, this game's coming out on PS4 and PS5? And I'm like, whoa, it looks the same as God of War.
Yeah.
Like the other one.
2018.
Yeah, so it doesn't look that different.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Mimir's part in the trailer was funny.
Yeah.
He's just, like, sitting there, like, in, like, the one time
He's
he
the
speaks.
head, right?
He's the head, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's, like, he's technically dead, but he's being, like, kept alive by the
Magic?
old... Yeah, you, like, chop off his head, and then you go see the witch in the woods, and you're like, can you just fucking, like, make this head alive again? She goes like, yeah, fine, I guess. And then so you keep him on your belt the whole time, and he tells a lot of, like, stories, like you know, old-timey, like folklore and shit about Thor and all that when you're rowing around on the boat. Mm-hmm. So, like, it sometimes sucks because they don't trigger immediately when you're back in the fucking boat.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like 80% of the way to my destination, and he'll be like, so anyways, back to that story I was telling. And I'm like, thanks. That's stupid. Let him start the story as soon as I get back in the boat. Because they're long stories. They could be like 5 minutes long sometimes. But yeah, he's like sitting there as a head, and he's like painting with his mouth. Just spits the toothbrush out, and he's like, oh, that's a sour look you got there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I personally didn't like the Thor design, but it might be because I hate fat people.
Thanks. I think they went a bit too hard on the fat design.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I was thinking more of, like, a power lifter. Or that fucking that guy. The guy who plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, something like that where, like, yeah, he still has a big gut, but he has pecs.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he looks like he works out. This Thor kind of just
Is the bit that this Thor doesn't do shit?
No, it's the actual true facts about Thor is that he's a feasting drunkard. He, like, literally every single time... He's an asshole who, like, shows up to parties that anyone has. Mm-hmm. There's this one story about this man made of stone who says that he's stronger than anyone. And they're, like, he's used as, like, a halfwit. Like, he's a jester at, like, fucking those long-ass tables. Mm-hmm. And he's, like... They get him drunk, and they make him jump and dance around, and he just thinks everyone likes him and they're having a good time. And he just boasts about his strength because he's made of fucking stone. Yeah. Thor shows up to one party one day, and the guy just goes like drunkenly up to Thor. He's like, "I'm strong. I could beat anyone." And Thor, who is also supposed to be drunk and just enjoying his meal, turns into a stoic asshole immediately because he just eats a lot, he drinks a lot, but as soon as one person says that I'm better than you, Thor turns into a huge dick. And then he, like, murders the guy. Just, like, right there, he takes Mjolnir and just smashes his head off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in this... the way they're interpreting the lore... Because God of War likes to do... Oh, all the gods are bad people. Even if they do a good thing, like they do a blessing. Yep. It's still for their own means or whatever. So they're just going off of the stories of Thor of being, like, a merry partier. But he's a drunk, so he's an asshole. Yeah. Same with Odin is, like... an abusive husband to Freya because the only reason why he got married to her is to end a war and to get the secrets of the old magic. So
in the more recent, by more recent I mean the last 10 years, Thor comics, Odin's a huge piece of asshole.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Thor's got to get it from somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, Thor's not that bad in the comics. He's actually a lot nicer.
Well, because the whole point is he's a hero, so he's supposed to be like the best of his society. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, oh, he's kind of a dick, but then it's like, no, he's just arrogant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is an asshole. And it's weird because I would have expected, like, Thor to show up and immediately throw down because of some of the stuff you do in the first God of War. Yeah. And he shows up and he like just speaks very evenly. He like shows off the hammer. He's like, "You seem like a reasonable man." So I think they're probably going to do something where he tries to bargain with him.
That's like a I'm going to say this before I fight you thing.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Or he might just be like, "I'm going to fucking kill you if you don't leave these lands," or something. And I'm like, of course Kratos isn't going to leave. Yeah. He's an asshole. Yeah. I don't know how I ever I know we're on different sides of this opinion. Yeah. But I genuinely don't know how people we were arguing about at the table last night. Yeah. That he is a good dad at the beginning of the game. It's like, no, he's not. He's an asshole.
I maintain that he's probably not a great dad at all.
Yeah. No, he's really.
In the trailer, he yells at his son for no fucking reason.
Yes, because his son's being a dick.
No. Also. Be an adult. Your son is a child. He is going to not act correct. That is just part of being a fucking human being.
Look, there's other aspects of the story, and they're not human beings. Kratos is a god.
Kratos isn't a god.
Yes, he is. He's the son of Zeus. He's one of Zeus's children. Yeah, not in fucking God of War. It was back in the old ones.
Yeah, I just didn't beat the old ones.
Yeah, me neither. So that was news to me, and I looked it up, and I'm like, oh shit. And Atreus is his son, so he's also a god.
So okay, well, first of all, that makes Kratos a demigod, and that would make Atreus even demigod because Zeus's wife wasn't a god because he'd kill her.
There's something weird going on with his mom as well, so I have no idea. But
But wait, if Kratos' wife was a god, he would have to kill her. Just like his first wife.
Well, she's already dead, so it doesn't
Just like
matter.
his first wife.
Yeah. Well, it was actually that
daughter.
he has radioactive sperm, so he gave her cancer.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Or even worse, he's Superman and he blasted a hole through her back.
Blasts a hole through her back.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I maintain that Kratos sucks because his entire motivation in the first game is that I was so busy killing women and children that I didn't realize
That I killed
that he was tricked. I was tricked into killing my own wife and children.
Yeah.
Wow, Ares is a real asshole, isn't he? And it's like, that's not the...
Yeah.
That's not what I would take from that. Maybe just never kill women and children.
Kratos is not a good person.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit.
For sure. But thinking that, like, Kratos goes through some changes, and he is more fatherly and less of an asshole.
Yep.
You don't know the context for that situation where he yells at him. I know it seems like it's coming out of nowhere, but Atreus is, like, stupid sometimes. He is a child, yes, but whatever. Move on. Stop thinking about him like he's a normal child. He's not. He's also like a teenager.
Yeah. Also, don't yell at teenagers. It's fucking rude. Like, it's shitty.
All right, go raise. Good thing you don't want to have kids because your kids would be assholes.
No, you don't learn to not be an asshole when someone yells at you. Just yell at different people. You teach them to yell at people to get them to do what you want. That's why you scream all the time.
I do not. My voice is just loud.
All right.
I just speak at a louder register. And that's the truth, Nathan! So why don't you put it in your dumb little brain? Yeah, so...
Yeah.
That was the PS5 showcase.
Yeah, fuck Kratos.
There's no fucking release date for that game, though.
It's probably... I think it's supposed to come out next year.
It says 2022. I'm going to take a guess and say, like, July, but...
Spider-Man 2 said 2023.
Yeah, which... Thank God they didn't end on that.
Yeah.
Because, like, the last thing I want to see at, like, a fucking event thing is, like, hey, look at this game. It's far away. It's like, well, I kind of wanted it to be
Wolverine's
close.
even further away.
Yeah, because that didn't have that was just, like, guys, we're making it.
Yeah.
Once we're done Spider-Man, the B team's on Wolverine right now. Once we finish Spider-Man, you know we're at it.
I think it's the Miles Morales team that's working on Wolverine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, but what they're going to do, probably, is A team finishes up Wolverine. I mean, fuck, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
B team is working on, like, the beginnings of it.
Mm-hmm.
They finish Spider-Man, and then they all go over and work on Wolverine.
I think they must be 3 teams because there's the Miles Morales team, the Ratchet and Clank team, and the Spider-Man 2 team.
Oh, yeah. They probably all just, like, swap.
Yeah.
There's probably like, you're on these teams, and then there's the people in the middle where it's like,
and then the teams wind up coming together.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like, probably the Ratchet and Clank team combined with the Spider-Man 2 team now.
Probably, yeah.
And then the Miles Morales team is working on Wolverine, and then once Spider-Man 2 is, like, done or mostly done, then they're all maybe going to be working on Wolverine, and then...
Well, since that was just, like, a short concept we saw, it could also be, like, the Ratchet and Clank team finishes Ratchet and Clank. It's been, like, 6 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They finished Ratchet and Clank, and then they went to get, like, the... I don't know, cutscene people... Like, the designers went and just started working on this trailer. So Miles Morales... Because why would you have Miles Morales and the Spider-Man people not together?
They said in the interview that it's the Miles Morales team is working on Wolverine.
That's weird.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine, though.
And it's got the same director as Miles Morales, I believe. They said that this is going to be like a fucking emotional story.
What, Wolverine?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wolverine's very emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be about how he's a dad and he treats X-23 like shit. But then, like, after, like, 3/4 of the game, he finally decides to be like, I'm actually born from Nova Scotia in the 1700s, and I fought in many
British
wars.
Columbia.
I thought it was... I think
No.
Whatever.
British Columbia.
Oh, I'm on one of the coasts. Be born in the middle of it. That's why we know you're a true racist.
At what I do.
Yeah.
But what I do ain't very pretty.
Yeah.
What is it that you do, Wolverine? What is it?
Come.
I'm the best comer on the X-Men.
I have to be very my refractory
period is the shortest.
Nothing.
Because my healing factor.
Yeah.
He probably busts super. It's like he probably busts nuts like you've never not come in years because of the healing factor.
Probably
Every time he nuts.
Yeah, he probably is the horniest X-Men.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Gambit.
You're right.
They're all horny, dude.
Yeah, it's that mutagene. They're like, we got to spread it.
Yeah.
So, no segue. The Apple versus Epic Games lawsuit is over. Apple won? So Epic was ordered to pay $4 million.
And that's what happens when you decide to push buttons, is that now it's fucked because there's precedent. Now Apple is totally fine. They're not. They have isn't a monopoly legally.
Okay, yeah. So the judge ruled Apple is not a monopolist, but the judge has issued an injunction that will allow third-party apps to use third-party payment methods, likely due to the fact that Apple does engage in uncompetitive conduct. So I guess Epic also won because that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it all started, anyways. So they also the judge straight up was just like, also you directly just started to attack Apple because you you put out that you got pulled off the App Store, and within like a few days you were like, Apple is 1984. Look, this is a banana man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, idiots. Yeah, but so it's like, I don't know. This seems like a very like Apple got money, but Epic got what they wanted. So third-party apps are allowed to.
Whoever wins, we lose.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's like.
And I wouldn't say Apple is a monopoly in the phone space.
I would argue that Apple is a monopoly in the app play space
On iPhones.
Yeah.
Just get a different phone.
I think that Epic is right. Like I think that is like the only way to buy apps on the Apple phone is through Apple, and Apple gets a cut. Like that's monopoly. That's gangster shit. Like the only way to get fucking booze in this city is through our stores, and we get a cut on everyone sold. That's fucking gangster shit.
Yeah, but if you go out to a different city or you move out, they don't still have a cut.
But okay, but so now you're saying that you need to leave the city that you live in.
Yeah, because we're doing a weird analogy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that is still monopoly. Like you can't just be like move somewhere else. Oh, you want better fucking? You want to not pay if you don't want the monopoly of like Rogers and Bell, move out of Canada. There you go. It's not a monopoly because you can always leave Canada.
Okay. I disagree.
Okay.
Except for, I wish you did say Rogers and Bell, because they absolutely do. They just are like on an agreement, like assholes, to not have a monopoly. But like Apple shit, like iPhones, Android. I know you have multiple options for Androids.
Yeah.
You have the Play Store, you have like the Samsung App Store and shit.
And you can download Amazon Marketplace and other marketplaces.
Yeah.
I think itch.io has mobile games.
Mm-hmm. It's just that Apple is the asshole.
Yeah, Apple fucking sucks.
Yeah. No, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
But the judge ruled that Apple does not hold a monopoly over phones.
What kind of phone does the judge own?
I don't know. But they also got in a long discussion on what is a video game.
That's funny.
And they just like, it ended with them like going like, all right, this is pointless. We understand that Fortnite is a video game, and let's leave it there.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I think like they spent like a whole day arguing about what constitutes something being a video game, and the judge was just like, I don't care anymore. They said it's an interactive medium, but then they were like, so wouldn't that mean like Kimmy versus the Reverend, or like the Black Mirror stuff they've done, like choose your own adventure stuff? Does that make those video games? And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Arguably.
Yeah, it will like if you want to argue about it, they are a game of a sort, but it's like a video game.
I just saw on Twitter, fucking Tom Taylor made a tweet. He He's the guy who was writing when Laura Kinney became just actual Wolverine. X-23 became actual Wolverine.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I saw the new Wolverine trailer, but instead of Laura, they had some guy with 3 claws in his hand. Sounds like he's overcompensating for something. And of course, somebody sent a fucking mean tweet.
So I went to the thread, actually,
Yeah.
where about the whole Epic thing.
Yeah.
And it says the court found that Epic failed to prove that Apple users are locked into iOS and don't switch to Android. So that's their perspective on it.
The fuck?
Even if game app prices are jacked up. They're saying the judge is claiming that there is no reason for someone other than money
Yeah.
to just be like, oh, I don't like Apple is like overpricing me, but I just can't go to Android for some reason.
You know what I think? I think that's a bad call.
I don't think so at all.
Really?
If I really hated honestly, this is the last iPhone I'm ever going to own.
Yeah.
Once this is done, I'm going to go find something else. Mm-hmm. And it's only because I don't like the new direction they're going with iPhones. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to go get an Android.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they got to the woman who made this thread. I guess it was her and some people went through like the whole because court documents come out.
Yeah.
It's 185 pages. She got to page 50. She's like, we're still on like page 50 of 185. And then she says, on defining what a video game is, a question that basically became a meme during the May trial. Unfortunately, no one agrees. As at a minimum, a video game is interactive, but a video game is interactive, the judge concluded, referencing Pong, but beyond that, the gaming market appears highly eclectic and diverse. The judge wrote thinking with Oregon Trail and The Sims. The court decided it didn't really need to reach a final definition of what a video game is because it's heard from everyone that Fortnite is a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any piece of software that you interact with for entertainment, I guess, is a video game.
Oh, this was the fucking rest of it. The Epic actually did say something fucking stupid. What about all of Epic's attempts to define Fortnite as the metaverse? Because they fucking pull in shit from everywhere.
Right.
And then they said, at this time, the general market does not appear to recognize the metaverse and its corresponding game modes in Fortnite as anything separate and apart from the video game market.
Yeah.
They were literally trying to say that Fortnite isn't just a game.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of shit.
Well, it's because they're trying to make it that thing where everything can be. That's why they have, like, fucking Martin Luther King in there.
Yeah.
It's the guy from fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, that was my favorite joke.
That's so funny. Honestly, that's so funny. Like, It's, like, pretty fucked up, but it's funny.
I think it's pretty fucked up that they were just like, oh, because of a legal thing we have with DC, we can't disable the whip crack emote. So there was people in front of the MLK thing just going like, whoosh.
Whose emote is the whip crack?
Catwoman.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So and once you buy the Catwoman skin,
you have
like the pack, you get the whip crack emote. So you can use it on anyone. So people are just like walking around as the white characters, just going for it.
That's shameful.
It is, but remember, Fortnite is a pretty anonymous game because it is a battle royale, and until you killed someone, and even then you can put on streamer modes and shit.
Yeah.
So you could just be a racist without anyone knowing it. Yeah. So
it's cool, the DC comics, all of the DC and Marvel characters.
It's really it's cool that Fortnite is able to bring together all these things, but also it's Fortnite.
Yeah. You can play as Spider-Man and you can shoot Batman.
Yeah. You can play as Ken and you can also shoot Batman. Actually, I think you can just play as Ryu and Chun-Li.
You can play as Chun-Li and you can make out with Catwoman, and that's what I call America. You
can play as Iron Man.
Yeah.
And also kill Batman. It just becomes like you can play as this character and then kill Batman. You can break the bat.
Yeah.
You can play as the Joker.
You can play as Harley Quinn. And jack off.
And do the dance emotes where her ass just goes for it.
I love Harley Quinn. I know that's that's basic bitch energy from any man, but
at this point now it is.
Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah.
Things are popular because they're good sometimes. What? And that's how I feel about Harley Quinn specifically.
What? Yeah.
almost every woman in the Batman universe, honestly. They're all rad.
Yeah. They're all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batgirl.
Orphan.
Yeah.
Also at one point, Batgirl.
Yeah.
Batwoman.
Catwoman. Renee Montoya, The Question. Huntress. Poison Ivy.
I don't fucking know. Martha Wayne.
Martha Kent.
That's not Batman.
No, she's not Batman. I know. Mr. Freeze's frozen wife.
Ooh. Duella Dent, but in the version where she didn't rip off the Joker's face and was just a steampunk clown woman.
Yeah. Any character from the Bombshells universe?
Well, that one's easy. Talia al Ghul.
Oh yeah. But not the version that's
Not
fucking
the
terrible.
Marion Cotillard version.
Yeah. But also, like, not the version from, like, Batman and Son when she was made a lot more villainous.
Oh, well, I don't know. She still look hot?
Yeah, but she, like, raped Batman. in that
Oh.
version. That's how Damien came to be.
Well, you know.
It's been retconned.
It's when it's on a man.
It's been retconned to being consensual. That's so fucked up to say.
Yes. Retcon to be consensual, or what I said?
No, what I said.
Okay.
The retcon to be consensual.
I'm going to consider the Teen Titans as part of Batman because Robin's a huge
Sure.
part of it.
Sure.
Starfire.
Yeah. Raven. Wonder Girl.
Wonder Girl.
Both Wonder Girls, arguably.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tara.
no, wait, all three Wonder Girls. There's
Tara,
the Brazilian
but only in
ones.
the one where she's not slaves like fuck doll. Slade.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huntress's sister. In the fucking what was? Okay, in Young Justice.
Oh, Artemis
Is
and Cheshire.
Cheshire. Thank you. Huntress was their mom or something, right?
No,
What was their mom?
I don't think their mom was anybody.
I think she might have been the original one.
Oh, I know their dad was Sportsmaster. They were
mom.
gonna put. Oh, I can't see her.
Well, yeah, because she's on the stairs.
Oh, do you want to be on TV? I don't. Okay, then don't. You're on TV.
You're actually behind a pole right now.
Oh wow, very lucky. Try the lemonade hibiscus. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean like the flower?
No, I have a lemonade hibiscus tea.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do you have any
Curly.
LaCroix?
Huh?
Do you have what?
I think I might have a little bit left.
Do you mind if I have one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks.
I know Kyle had one last night. So.
That whore. How dare he come in here looking so sexy?
He's too hot. Yeah.
No, I think they're gone.
Oh, damn.
For a sponsorship.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna fill up my water actually though.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Whoa!
Woo!
Recycling.
Woo! Oh my god.
What?
Turn off the fucking tap. This is great.
Cold water.
Okay, I have a picture here on Twitter. It is made ironically. I want to point this out. This is made ironically, I think.
I'm just gonna get on your mic for this one.
And it's 9/11. It's 9/11, but the towers are arms and the planes are syringes with the vaccine.
Oh my god.
I hope Sportsmaster shows up in the Suicide Squad too. Because he was originally considered to be in the first one, and he is 100% the kind of loser character. Like in Young Justice, they make him so badass.
They just make him fucking Slade 2.0.
Yeah, he's just Deathstroke, and then Deathstroke replaces him.
Yeah.
Then he's pissed at Deathstroke, which is funny, because it's like fucking. It's so like
Deathstroke and
hitting above
Sportsmaster is like
it's like hitting above your weight level.
no,
so
it's
much.
Bloodshot and fucking Peacemaker.
Yeah,
They have the same power.
yeah,
Except I do it dope as fuck.
yeah. I'm more accurate. I already said I'm most accurate. How could you be more accurate with a bullseye? Smaller bullets.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I'm hyped for that show. They're going to show the first trailer at Fandome, sorry. DC Fandome. Like dumb.
Yeah,
like Fandom.
I know it.
I love DC. We love DC at the show. If there's like a thing, if we can get money to co-stream or gear or like send us anything at all, we like so much of your shit.
Yeah, I'll sit there
DC.
and act like Zack Snyder's movie is good.
Like no, because especially this year at the Fandome, like I don't think there's gonna be any Zack Snyder stuff. It's like all shit we like Harley Quinn and the comics and Peacemaker, and I don't know, the fucking probably they'll talk about the upcoming the two games, Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Yeah.
And the Black Canary HBO Max straight to streaming movie, which with Journey Smollett, which we will both watch because we like her as Black Canary.
Yeah, sure. Also the only one in Birds of Prey that actually has like a superpower.
Yeah.
And everyone's else is just like, I'm good at what I do. She's like, I'm good at what you do as well. Also, I can do a big scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. We're not too far away. We're only, or I shouldn't say we're not too far away. I think we're halfway to seeing cinematic versions of every character that the Watchmen are based on.
Yeah.
Because Rorschach is the Question, which we've not seen on film yet. But I think they're going to probably do a TV show or a movie with him. Fucking Night Owl is Blue Beetle, and we know that I think there's still going to be that Booster Gold Blue Beetle movie in the works. Silk Spectre is Black Canary, and we've seen Black Canary. The Comedian is Peacemaker, and he's in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And Dr. Manhattan is Captain Atom, which we have not seen yet. But we're pretty close. If you count animation, we've seen all of them.
You know what else is about animation?
What else?
So people are talking. Pat just sees things that I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't go on Reddit where all the shitlords are. Mm-hmm. I go on Twitter where all the libtards are. That's a lot better. I changed it at the end.
It's fine.
So, he says, I'm seeing bad take about God of War 2 animation reuse, and all I can think of is how the game's going to have more new stuff in it precisely because they didn't have to waste time making a getting into the boat animation over again. And then some dude hit him with, can you believe you sit down at the bonfires in Dark Souls 3 the same way you did in Dark Souls 1? Thanks, Mia Hacky. And then also, I didn't know, apparently Monster Hunter's been using the same animations.
Monster Hunter used almost all the same animations and graphics from 3 to fucking World.
Yeah. Did you say it had the same graphics?
Yeah.
World was on
except for World. Before World.
Well, and then also, World was on a new engine, and then so was Rise.
It's weeks' time. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to talk about comic books?
Yeah, I'll go first for once.
Okay. You always go first.
What? No, I don't.
I always ask you.
No, I'll go second all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm a little piss boy.
Yeah. He's a little bottom bitch boy for sure.
Bottom. Correct. I don't know. I didn't do much this week. I went golfing.
Thought you watched a movie or played a game.
No. Blake insists that I watch the movie Chef with him, and I have not.
That's so weird.
He got really mad, like actually mad at me, that we were on Discord at like 4 a.m. and we were just talking about Chef for some fucking reason.
You were on Discord even though you live in the same house as him.
We were talking to Stevie as well.
Fucking millennials, am I right?
And so we're fucking sitting there, and he's like, yeah, I saw Chef with you. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And he's like, yeah, no, me and you saw it in theaters. I'm like, you absolutely did not.
Probably saw it with
his ex. Yeah, maybe. I watched it for the first time last week, Wednesday at night, by myself.
He probably watched it with his ex. Like, it was fucking 2014. That's when
I
they were
think I said
together.
that to him. Like, you probably saw it with her, and he was like, "I don't think we were together at that point, at that time, because they had that like 2-year split."
Oh yeah. Oh right. I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
just like smooth all that over together.
I don't think they were broken up yet though, because they were like
I think that yeah. I think they started going out.
they
at
started
that
going
point,
out
and
post
then they,
high school.
Yeah.
And they were together
broke
for
up.
like a year or two.
And then they broke up, and then they got back together, and now they're broken up again
Yeah.
permanently.
They've been broken up for like 2 years now.
yeah,
Yeah.
for some time.
In total, it was like they were together for like a year and a half, broke up. She went out up north, came back, then they were together for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then they had a finite breakup, like one where it was just like, yeah, we're done.
You mean final, not finite? Finite means for like the opposite of infinite, like it
For sure.
for a short amount of time.
Yeah, it was for a short amount of time. We were dating, and now it's over.
A finite breakup.
Yeah.
That's the last one.
Yeah, it's not no. So we went golfing. I was just there. Him and Michael were in like a competition to like see whoever.
week?
What?
This week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like whoever lost had to buy dinner, and I'm like, I'm not included, right? Because I'm gonna hit the max every time,
Yeah.
and I did.
Nice.
I have a decent drive, but I cannot fucking hit with an iron for the life of me, because I did not know this.
I'm more of a mini golf kind of guy.
You'll probably do great at the end. I did not do great.
No, I like mini golf because there's like obstacles and like cool shit, and I don't have to go that far.
Yeah. But so to hit with an iron,
Yeah.
you just hit it off the grass. So you got to get it right where it's like
You know what we
don't
should
hit
do?
the
We should
ground.
start a mini golf course where you can smoke weed.
On any outdoor
And
mini
they
golf course.
sell edibles and shit.
We also went to the driving range.
Yeah.
And it was like Blake who just looks at me. He's like, if you're the guy trying to get the balls, then you get a beer. And I'm like, no, they don't sell beer here. And he's like, yeah, but if I had a place like this, that's what it would be.
They don't sell beer at the golf course?
No, not at the golf course, at the driving range.
Oh.
They have beer at the golf course. We got fucking hammered.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, golf course has beer. That's normal.
We
Mini
felt-
golf courses don't.
I felt bad,
But
'cause
they
there's
should.
These 2 Asian women behind us who are much better at golf, but they had to wait for us every time.
It's funny.
We were like, at the beginning, we were like, hey, we're going to take a while. So you, like, before we started, we were like,
Yeah.
we're going to take a while. Like,
You can go
there's
ahead.
3 of us and there's 2 of you. If you want, you can just go ahead of us. And they were like, oh, no, it's fine. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. And
All
then
right.
for the whole day, it was like every single time they were like just getting to
Waiting for
like
you.
our course, we were just like just finishing teeing off.
That's funny.
It's like, yep, should have fucking taken our offer, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You want to hear about some comic books?
Well, you're gonna tell me even if I say no. So,
If
but
you
yeah,
really
let's hear
didn't-
about some comic
If you really
books.
didn't want to know, I would not tell you.
Let's hear about some comic books.
Okay, so I read the first volume of Suicide Squad from the 80s, and it was cool. I like it a lot. Very similar in tone to the feature film that recently came out that I enjoyed. I think it's fun. I liked it a lot. There's some very explicitly political stuff, and Amanda Waller is actually portrayed as like a decent person, which is interesting in early Suicide Squad. As we know that she's like more of a villainous type of character. She's more conniving.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then I read Lois Lane, Enemy of the People, which was really also neat. Like a fun like political thriller type journalism book. And the thing I really liked about it was or the detail I liked is like there's like this background detail of like Superman was caught on camera kissing Lois Lane, and so everyone thinks she's cheating on her husband Clark Kent
Oh no.
with Superman. And
Or
yeah,
if I was Clark Kent, I would just come out and be like, "What? Have you seen that man's face? I would kiss him."
yeah,
And then they have to fake because there's the joke where like Superman and Batman look similar.
yeah.
Just
I love it.
Batman dress up as Superman, just share a little kiss.
Yeah. But I think that element is funny. I like the Renee Montoya version of Question being in it because I like her.
Yeah.
And then I read a bunch more Venom, including Absolute Carnage. Venom by Donny Cates is fucking phenomenal. If you care at all about the character, you should check it out. It's fucking rad. It's so cool. It introduced Null and and like the King in Black, and
You know that one comic
Yep.
where Superman impersonates Batman
Yes.
because he gets just ends up on top of a yacht and they think he's Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, from American Alien.
Yeah. Has there ever been a moment in the comics where Clark Kent tells that story to Bruce Wayne?
Well, American
that would be
Alien is
really
like
funny.
kind of not canon.
I think it would be funny if that one remained canon.
Yeah. Well, it also has like he meets the girl who he's with on the yacht.
Yeah.
It becomes Cheetah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then who tries to kill him?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke? Yeah, and he punches him off the boat.
Flicks him.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
Great one. Because he gets poisoned and that makes him drunk. Because
Yeah.
he normally can't get drunk. He's like, huh.
But then also the poison just makes him intoxicated.
Fucked up. Yeah, yeah.
Which would be funny. It's like
It's like that's a
Clark Kent goes to a
Deathstroke's like that's enough poison to fucking kill 10 men, and Clark Kent's like, hey, oh my god, this is such a great party.
Clark Kent goes out to a bar and he has to lie and get drunk with his boss, so he fucking.
Well, it's like damn, Clark can hold his liquor. Like I saw him drink 8 beers and he was like having a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Is what it would be. But he's already a naturally clumsy man. Naturally clumsy.
Yeah. It's like isn't that the thing with you can't be Clark Kent can't be Superman. He's so clumsy. It's like Barry can't be fucking the Flash.
He's
late all the
for
time.
Everything. No, my thing that I like saying to people that I think is cool for Superman, it's even if everybody was like Clark Kent looks like Superman, which he his physicality, his hair, he changes when he's in Clark Kent mode, to look different and shit.
Yeah. Well,
plus glasses.
Isn't his hair? Isn't it it's always slicked back or whatever? But then he turns into Superman. He just goes okay.
Yeah, it's he's got the little curl. Yeah. But the thing I always like to think is and point out is okay, Clark Kent, my coworker looks like Superman. My friend looks like Brad Pitt. I don't think my friend's secretly Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
because we know secret identities exist, right? And Batman is a character people will talk about. Maybe who's Batman, right? Because they know he's a man. Superman doesn't wear a mask.
They just
everybody knows he's Superman all the time.
He's a fucking weirdo.
He's not Superman all the time. Why would you think he's ever not Superman?
Yeah. I guess
he doesn't wear a mask. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, my coworker looks like Superman. Oh yeah. Oh, my buddy looks kind of like Green Lantern. Yeah. It doesn't mean he's fucking Superman.
Green Lantern wears an eye mask and shit.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
I mean, I feel like Green Lantern's identity is public knowledge. I could be wrong.
Well, and Jon Stewart doesn't, because if you just try and describe him, everyone just goes black. Okay.
Black man. Yeah, I was so annoyed. So the comic book store I went to, I heard people talking about man, these fucking new versions of every character are so annoying, and I was like, guys, come on. But I didn't say anything because I didn't feel like getting in an argument. Yeah. But I was like, guys, this isn't new. Fucking Jon Stewart was created in the 70s. He's at having a black version of legacy characters have almost always existed in comic books.
Yeah.
Since the first Flash and Green Lantern, and having a legacy version of Spider-Man that's Miles Morales is chill. Not to mention Miles Morales has some of the best written stuff, right? The new Jon Stewart has some really good Green Lantern stuff, and I've heard Far Sector, which is the newest one. I forget what the name of that character is. I believe she's a black woman. But I've heard that book's fucking great.
If she's new, she probably is.
Yeah. And I mean, I
think it's just that a lot of comic book nerds have a problem with their their perceptions changing on characters.
Yeah.
Where it's I can only use Marvel for an example, because I think fucking Moose Zero made a video about the smartest characters in the Marvel universe recently, and it was
the smartest character is canonically Moon Girl. I think.
But then also he went through and a bunch of the characters in the top 10 were Riri Williams.
Yep.
But it's she's relatively new and she's written to be incredibly smart, but because that's a trait that used to just be associated with the white characters, it's it's just virtue signaling or whatever. Or Amadeus Cho,
Yep.
Where it's like, oh no, this little Asian kid is as smart as Bruce Banner. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like,
or Reed Richards being some fucking like is also like canonically the smartest man or something.
one of them.
Actually, I think Reed Richards was like number 2. I think he gave the number 1 spot to Bruce Banner.
No, I think no.
I'm talking in this specific video.
I think I've seen the video, but I believe, and I could be wrong. Canonically, Moon Girl is the smartest character in the Marvel Universe, and I think Valeria Richards is technically smarter than Reed, or as smart as Reed.
Yeah, or also,
that's his daughter.
Reed Richards' kid, his like son that he had, that was
Franklin
like
Richards.
Yeah, wasn't he like also really smart?
Yeah, but I think Valeria, his daughter, is supposed to be smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's called Valeria because Doctor Doom raised her.
Fuck yeah.
Valeria, I think, is Doctor Doom's mom's name, or his old lover. Doctor Doom's cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do with him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Can't wait for Doctor Doom to show up in Spider-Man No Way Home.
That'd be
Guaranteed.
interesting. All right,
He won't.
What's your next comic?
My next comic was May's Book, which is a sad story about a man who a decade ago lost his daughter, and which she might be alive is the reveal. He might have to do there might be some like weird magic shit going on, but it's like very sad for the first issue. It was really neat. I read the new issue of the Defenders where they hang out with Galactus's mom, and you get to see baby Galactus, and the Silver Surfer is like you think he's about to fucking kill him, because obviously like Silver Surfer and Galactus, they have beef, they have history together, but instead he's like, I hope me interacting with you as a child just like influences you to be better as a person, and then leaves him alone. And it was neat and fun, and yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You were right.
What?
It is Valeria.
Thank you.
Oh wait, who the fuck is this?
Is it Moon Girl?
9 years old, she was able to solve a puzzle that.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta go back.
At number 1, Lunella Lafayette. At 9 years old, she was able to.
Lunabelle Lafayette. That's Moon Girl.
It is? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was Riri Williams, Amadeus Cho, Shuri, Hank McCoy, then I think Bruce Banner. He didn't do 10. He did like 7.
Okay.
Hank McCoy, Bruce Banner, Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Valeria, Moon Girl. I think that is actually like 9 or 10.
Most of those characters are still white. Like,
yeah. But you know how they are. The last one isn't so.
There's half.
Also,
it's
one of
half white.
Some
half
of them
black.
are women. And he also wrote, as with most power rankings, it's arbitrary until narratively relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, how are you determining intelligence?
He explains his in that one.
No, but I mean, like, there is no. Spoiler alert: IQ is bullshit. Like,
yeah, no, I know.
There's no like measurement for intelligence.
That's why he said power rankings are irrelevant until narrative.
No, I'm agreeing with him. I'm just also saying like this person's the smartest man on earth. It's like, by what metric?
It's like Hank Pym. That was one of the people he left out. I left out.
Yeah.
Well, because like the guy got a particle named after him.
Yeah.
Or it's his thing with Hank McCoy.
But he also slapped his wife.
Yeah. The thing with Hank McCoy is he's like really good at like, he's figured out all the mutant stuff.
He's a smart
and he also
man.
knows like 8 languages or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it's just like based off of what feat they have accomplished in their.
But like knowing
brain
languages
space.
is a different kind of smart than like knowing fucking biology.
Yeah.
I don't think one person's more or less smart. If you speak like a dozen languages or you know a bunch about biology, like, I don't think one of you is smarter than the other. Like, I think you're probably as smart, or like you can't really be judged against each other even at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
also, what if they just don't know a lot?
I personally would
prefer
prefer to be a person who knows languages, because I think that would be better and more useful in the real world. Personally, I'd love to be able to speak every language. That'd be a cool superpower to have.
Yeah. I always ask people, like, what would you want as a basic superpower? Mm-hmm. And no one has a good answer.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about basic, then it's like flying. And
No. Like basic, like something that doesn't change, something that is attainable as a human being, but it's just something you can just do. Like, if you could understand every language in the world, but you were on, like, isekai logic or whatever, it's like, oh, they're speaking Japanese, but I think they're speaking English.
Oh. Like the Battlefish or whatever.
Yeah. Like, if you just had that in your own brain.
Yeah.
That would be like that's a superpower. Because you didn't do... If you don't put any effort, yet you have the ability... Like, fucking, say, like... Hawkeye trained to be able to shoot like that, but if you just handed me a bow and arrow, I'm like, okay, and I never missed, that's a superpower.
Or Bullseye's superpower. Superpower. It's not. He's a regular man, but he's just trained. But yeah, that. Bullseye or Deadshot. Bullseye and Deadshot do the same thing.
Or fucking if you could just run super fast. Like, not...
The Flash.
No. Not like that.
Oh.
But, like, you could hit Usain Bolt levels, but you were a big fat dude.
I care less about that. I would want to be the Flash.
I would rather be the Flash, yeah.
Yeah, the Flash is cool.
Oh, but actually, how would you be able to survive?
You need the Speed Force, or else your body would dissolve.
Hurt yourself.
You just get fucked up easily unless you're connected to the Speed Force.
Why would you want to fly?
Which is technically a separate superpower.
Why would you want to fly? You would, like...
You could only move as fast as you could run.
Yeah, oh my god, fuck you. Also, if I could fly home, but it was, like, my running speed...
Yeah.
I would still be able to go over houses and ignore fucking traffic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think it would also be cool to be able to do, like, Hulk jumps.
Oh, that would be that is actually, like, in a video game, I do really enjoy, like, I don't want to, like, flying's cool, but jumping just feels like...
Good.
Because it's more involved. Where flying is just like, I'm above everything. Yeah. With jumping, it's like, I have to jump at something, or I have to know, like, I have to time the power of my jump to see where I'm going to land. So
and even though I think it would be less fun to do in real life than web swinging, like, web swinging is harder to do in different locations.
Yeah.
Whereas having Hulk jumps...
Downtown Toronto, I would have a pretty decent time. But also, downtown is only, like, 4 square blocks here.
Yeah. That'd be rad. It'd be rad. I would love to fucking be able to web swing in real life. I know, and it's like, oh, you'd fucking
your shoulder would pop out. Fuck off.
Your shoulder would pop out. Oh, like, you would fucking fall and die. Oh, spinning upside down, you'd get dizzy.
Yeah. You might throw up.
Your fucking core strength. You don't have enough core strength to hang yourself by your hands.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Or also to like, it's pretty much they do one-handed pull-ups to, like, lift themselves as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need the super strength in order to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need that, like, tougher physique.
Yeah. You need to be a fictional character.
All right.
But yeah, and I also, the last one was Blue and Gold. Blue and Gold's cool. It's great. I like Booster Gold and I like Blue Beetle.
They're gay.
They're fun. And they're not gay. They're just homies.
Maybe they are.
And personally,
they're homosexual.
Personally, I like that type of reading. I don't get that kind of reading from Blue and Gold. Like, that's not the vibe.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Not every male friendship has to be queer-baited.
Yeah, in fact, actually, sometimes it's very harmful to just assume that 2 men are gay and not just really good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it implies that men
that being said, I was pro Poe Dameron and Finn being together. That like made fully sense to me.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, like that, like totally read true.
Yeah, well, it's also because Rey was just...
she wanted to fuck Adam Driver.
Unfortunately.
I mean, lots of people want to fuck Adam Driver.
I think wanting to fuck Adam Driver the man, fine. Wanting to fuck Kylo Ren,
not great.
Not great.
Yeah.
I do remember when in fucking Last Jedi, when it was like his shirtless scene, everyone was like, well, he looks fat. And I'm like, no, he's swole. That's like, he's
wide.
Could beat the shit out of any of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know if it's just that Adam Driver did not have the training and physicality to, like, get superheroes, like, physique.
I think because it's Star Wars and most people in Star Wars are, like, very dressed up. They don't do the Marvel ab shots and whatever.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't part of his thing. And Rian Johnson was probably just like...
take your shirt off.
Well, it's like, she looked like... Obviously, you're not going to be fully dressed every single time you guys have a connection. Like
that scene is funny. Like, when she's like, whoa.
It's like, can you put a shirt on? And she's just like...
He just doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He's like in serious mode the whole time.
That's so funny. Honestly, I like that movie. It's a good movie.
I'm aware.
Yeah. But yeah, comics are cool, and you should read them if you like to read things that are comics, or if you've never tried it.
So I haven't done anything else this week.
Yeah.
But Someone in my Discord has joined the dark side.
How?
Dan
Yeah.
bought Yakuza Kiwami 1
Okay.
and played through the whole game in like 3 days.
Holy shit! I was
Yeah.
like, and
I literally-
didn't like it. That's what I was waiting for.
I
was
got
like,
on last night and he was like, "Oh, cool, you're here."
Wait,
And now
Dan,
I can no, not Dan, not Asian Dan.
Okay.
Dan, he's in Ohio.
Oh, okay. One of the Ohio fellas.
He fucking, I hop on and he's just like, "Oh, good, you're here. Now I can play the end." Because I just said I wanted to be there for like the final, like the Millennium Tower shit.
Yeah.
Because I think the fight against Nishiki is great.
Yeah.
And he opens up the game and he didn't finish the dragon style.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of sucks because grinding and
Yeah,
at
there's
least
a
in
lot
that game
to
because you
grind
have to
out.
grind out the fucking
Majima.
no not grinding out Majima doesn't suck. It's because you have to get all the Komaki stuff.
The Kamaki stuff I found easier.
You
than
have to go
grinding out
through the
Majima.
Colosseum like multiple times because instead of it being like Kiwami 2 style where you finish one Colosseum thing
Yeah.
and you get to move on to the next, it's like a bar you fill up. So when you're trying to get to the final ones, because you need to get those like paintings
Yeah.
from the store to like get the points. To get enough points, you had to just like keep grinding through shitty fights.
See, I didn't find that hard, but I found it hard.
I don't
because
think it's hard. I think it's annoying.
No, like I didn't find it that annoying when I did it. I did all the Kamaki stuff, but I didn't do all the Majima stuff. So like I didn't get Dragon Style really that much. Like I got like little bits of it.
He got Dragon Style up to the point where if there's a glowing red aura on the person, he can do the move to stop them from healing.
Oh shit.
So that's like pretty much all you need it for.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the fighting styles are actually really good. I think Kiryu's
I
Dragon
never
style
got Majima's fourth style.
in Zero. It's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I think also it's weird. It's like locked behind the cabaret stuff.
Oh, I did some of the cabaret stuff in
Yeah, you
Zero.
have to
I
finish
maxed it out in 2.
You have to finish the cabaret in Zero, and you also have to finish the fucking money shit, the real estate stuff for Kiryu
Yeah.
to get the dragon style and the demon.
Yeah, I
fire
never
style.
got even unlocked the dragon style or the demon or the Mad Dog style.
Mad Dog is Shimano. That's what it is. Yeah, but that style is so good and makes that like final fight against that guy so fun
Yeah.
because you get to like walk because Majima is like walking shirtless around with the dagger, but if you don't have this style, he just like doesn't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he finished one, and I'm like, so seeing as how you finish these games in 3 days, you're probably gonna just like go through them now, right? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna play Zero. I told him he should play Zero next.
And then 2,
Yeah.
and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then Judgment, and then 7.
Judgment's not. Oh wait, no, it is on PC now.
It's on Stadia.
It'll be on the Game Pass.
PS5.
Since he's going through these games so fast, honestly, he should probably just get Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's like $5, play through an entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're always on sale, anyways.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When I first messaged him about it, because he had like interest,
Yeah.
and I was on Humble Bundle, and it was like the sale was ending in like 20 minutes, and I'm like, Dan, it's $2.
To get all of them?
It was like $2 for Zero, and like $5 for Kiwami 1.
Damn, usually it's the other way around.
Yeah. So Zero next, the one where Kiryu is the more boring character.
Yeah.
They can't do anything with Kiryu's fucking life.
To be honest, Kiryu in the games where you can play as multiple people is usually the more boring character.
Yeah, because he was a fucking afterthought in like 4.
Yeah.
Then in 5, they were like, no, let's
Akiyama
start
is
with
the main character of 4.
Oh,
straight up.
also there was like one homeless guy at the bomb part. Like,
Yeah,
after it goes up.
in Kiwami you can see it's Akiyama.
Yeah, I was like, there he is.
Yeah.
And Stevie was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's like my favorite addition from Kiwami. That's like the best thing.
that's my just favorite thing is that how this guy. It's like, why is he like this? Why is he like this? This
Because
tough man
he
with
was
tons of
catching
money?
dollar bills out the fucking air.
Because and then someone's like, and that got you 100 billion, and he was like, no, I'm really good at the stock market.
Yeah.
And that's why I just give money out to people. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to see more of that boy.
I would like him to come back as a
He was the
character.
only one who didn't come back in 7.
Yeah.
He's the one I like the most.
I like Sajima a lot, though.
I like all of them. Honestly,
Yeah.
they're all great. Except the cop guy. I don't care for the cop guy.
Adachi?
Yeah. No. I mean, like the cop guy from 4.
Oh, Tanemura.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tanemura.
Yoshida from 5.
Yeah,
Baseball
the baseball
man.
It's not that I didn't like him. I liked him quite a
Tanemura at
bit, but
least,
his story is like beginning and end. It's like, he
Tanemura
doesn't
at
need
least
to appear
feels
again.
like he is involved in the story.
Yeah.
Where
Baseball guy's not.
baseball guy is just literally fucking Daigo shows up and goes like, "Hey,
How would you like to be part of the story of Yakuza 5?
how would you like to be part of the story? We used to play baseball together one time back in like when we were fucking teens." And he goes like, "No," and he's like, "All right, bye." And then he's like, "Oh no, I'm involved, and
Yeah.
my fighting style is the worst to play with. And even though I'm a weapons character, I don't use baseball bats, and that really should have been my arc, is that I grow into being able to use a baseball bat."
Yeah. But I did like him. Like, I didn't mind his fighting
like
style
him.
that much. I liked his story. I
was
thought it was
fine,
fun.
yeah.
I feel like that character's story was almost like a DLC.
I feel like with him, it was that a lot of his character was just like actual like crybaby fuck up. Like, it's like, why are you here? How did you get involved? And that's even like the final scene in the game. Like when he's there, like going up, like his final fight. It's like
Yeah.
everyone else is around him. It's like, yeah, why the fuck are you around, man?
But that was good.
Yeah.
The ending of Yakuza 5, the final cutscene, the first cutscene and the final cutscene of Yakuza 5 are both like some of the best shit in
Yeah,
Yakuza.
and then the final cutscene of Yakuza. The first cutscene of Yakuza 6 is dog shit, and I hate it.
I don't remember the first. Oh, the baby. Or what's the first cutscene in 6?
Oh fuck!
don't
I feel
remember.
like it immediately goes into him being at the orphanage. Oh, it's him going like, "I'm going to turn myself into the police." and
Oh
go to
yeah, that's
prison.
like, but that's not like a cutscene. That's like a advance. I'm saying like the pre-rendered cutscene at the start of Yakuza 5 where he's driving the cab and you see like over the water, and like, you know, Daigo gets in and he drives him and he's like, "Sorry, I can't." And then like that cutscene's great, and the final cutscene of like,
He doesn't
"Here
say
you-
sorry, I can't. He's just treating him like that.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
just
He's like,
talking, and he's like, "Here you are."
I don't
and
know
he
who
gets
you
out.
are." Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the ending of that game where Kiryu's like almost dying and Haruka comes to him,
Yeah.
also really fucking good.
Then 6, it's like, "No, I gotta go to prison. I gotta atone for my crimes."
Oh,
or
I gotta go
whatever."
to prison again.
Yeah. So, and then it's like, where's fucking Majima and the other guy the whole time? They're also in prison. Where's Daigo? Also in prison.
Yeah. Everyone's in jail at the same time,
Yeah.
but they don't see each other.
Yeah, they all went to different prisons. It was really stupid. Like,
Yeah.
honestly. And then 7, when it's like, yeah, he's here.
Yeah, 7's great.
Everyone's here except for
7's
Best
awesome.
Boy.
Except for Best Boy Akiyama.
Yeah.
All
All right, let's talk about What If.
let's talk about What If. So this week we got What If episode 5, which was What If Zombies.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty one of the closer adaptations of anything that Marvel's done, because this is an adaptation of Marvel Zombies. Not the only change. There's like a good amount of changes, obviously, but one of the major changes in terms of lore is where the zombie plague came from. First of all, it's called the Hunger in the Marvel Zombies comic.
Yeah.
And it's not quantum, it's just like a thing. And 2, zombies in Marvel Zombies can still talk. So not only are they smart enough to use their weapons and shit like they are in
Yeah.
this, they can also talk to people.
Yeah, it's
This episode is, I think, like one of the first it is the first episode to be like less good than the last one this season.
yeah, I think this one, I like the explanation. I think it's better than just being like, there's zombies here. I think it's funny how Bruce
In the
lands-
comics it's like a mystery where it came from, but it turns out it was like it came from like the Watcher of a different universe being like a piece of shit. Oh yeah, he lets in the Sentry, and the Sentry does the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so just like the thing where he comes in, he's like getting ready to fight these two guys,
Yeah.
and then just everyone else shows up and like fucking beats the shit out of them. But
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, the reason is because they turn them into zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then also it's a fucked universe at the end as well, because there's now zombie Thanos.
Zombie Thanos with 4 of 5
Yeah.
Infinity Stones.
Isn't there 6?
Sorry, 5 of 6. Yeah.
Yeah. He's missing like the
The middle one. He's missing the Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone.
Yeah. Because the main characters took it from Vision at the end, so they still have it.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of people are like, we need to see a part 2, because how the fuck do you get from here to Zombie Thanos, or like what happens next? Like,
yeah. I would have to guess it's that because his like children never came back. He went to the planet and then just got, because it's not like
and a lot of people are like, what happened to Thor and the Guardians?
Space.
Thor
was.
He would have been making Stormbreaker. So he might not have been affected, and he was with Groot and Rocket.
Yeah. So they would have just been off planet.
Yeah, but like, what's Thor gonna do now? He's gonna come back. He's gonna fight Zombie Thanos. What's gonna happen?
I think he probably would have fight Zombie Thanos and probably lose.
Yeah,
because you just need to get like one cut.
But something. Groot can't be made a zombie because he's a tree man.
Sure, I guess.
So there you go. Maybe Groot just kills every zombie and wins, and it turns out fine.
Skewers.
Like that scene in Guardians where he kills like all those people, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. He also does that to a bunch of like aliens in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I am Groot," and then Captain America's like, "I am Steve Rogers."
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode was just fine.
Yeah, it was just all right.
Yeah.
First mention canonically of out loud mention of Uncle Ben in the MCU.
Yeah, and then we also got Happy.
Happy.
John Favreau was there. He gets killed.
You love John Favreau because you love Chef.
Yep. It took me forever to realize who Kurt was.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot until he was like Baba Yaga. I was like, oh, that guy.
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah. Oh, that guy plays. Oh man.
Yeah.
He's in both. He's double dipping.
Yeah, he was also in The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Was he? Who was he in The Dark Knight?
He's just like a guy.
Oh, okay.
And he's also a character on the Flash TV show. He's been in like a million things.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, he's great. I thought he was funny.
Wait, who is it? T.I.
Yeah, him and T.I. are friends in
that.
And Luis.
Yeah. Sucks that Luis and T.I. are definitely dead.
In that universe, yeah.
Yeah. Fucked up what Vision was doing.
Yep.
Sauna. Why would you do it to a friend? Like, there's literally other assholes you could go pick up, but like,
I don't know.
What a dick.
Yeah. Zombie Scarlet Witch versus Hulk. Too bad we didn't get a bit more of that fight.
Also, did they say that
Hulk couldn't get zombied because his skin can't get bit through?
Yeah, but didn't they say what was it? They at the one point at the end they're like, "Oh, we're going to Wakanda because it's like the last bastion or whatever."
Yeah.
But then they showed the force field of Wakanda. It looked like everyone was a zombie.
Yeah, because Thanos was already there and a zombie.
Why was Thanos in Wakanda?
That's why it was like we needed a part 2, or they just didn't think good to do it. Yeah, this was neat. Not as good as the other episodes.
Yeah, not as good as the one where Hank Pym kills all the Avengers.
Yeah, that was a great app. The
Yeah.
fucking Doctor Strange app was a great app. I really like the T'Challa Guardians of the Galaxy app. Honestly, again, I think this app is the worst app we've had so far.
Yeah. I hope we get Killmonger Iron Man episode next.
Yeah, I think we only have... I think there's 8 total, and this was 5. So
Yeah.
we got 3 more. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Hawkeye and Ms. Marvel. And then we got She-Hulk. Like, just keep going.
Yeah, there's a ton of shows coming.
It's never not... Star Wars Visions, I think, starts this month.
Oh, cool.
I showed Chris the trailer this week, and he never seen it. He never heard of it somehow. It's passed by him. And so he was like, that looks fucking sick.
I'm sure because he was like, Trigger.
Yeah, well, that's part of why I was like, this is fucking sick.
Yeah.
And you. We're all simps for Trigger.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yes.
But yeah, so what if?
What if?
What if we
What
made
if
a
it was
good
good?
show?
Boom!
I literally was saying that just as you said that. But yeah, you were complaining the other night that like too many of them end with the entire universe destroyed. I would argue.
Well, like
that
I think
that is just part of the what if legacy.
Yeah, I know. It's like they want to do the whole like darker what happens if everyone. What if they all died? But it's just like I like the
It's
Captain
like what
Carter
are
one,
what are the
because-
consequences of this thing?
But that's just what I like about the Captain Carter stuff.
Is that it's like no, not everybody dies.
Yeah,
Same with-
like because of that one that change at the beginning, the entire universe is on a different path. Because
yeah.
Anthony Stark,
Everyone in the
what's his dad's name?
Howard.
Howard. Thank you. Howard Stark creates the Iron Man suit using the power of the Tesseract, and then Steve Rogers becomes like the first Iron Man, Iron Patriot, or whatever.
Hydra Smasher.
Hydra Smasher. Thank you. Iron Patriot's Don Cheadle.
Well, Iron Patriot in the comics was Norman Osborn.
Okay. Well, anyways, so it's just like I just think it's interesting, like the pathways that one
Could be, yeah. Well, that's why that one episode's getting a sequel. But yeah, so episode 2, episode 4, and this episode, everybody like the universe ends. The episode where all the Avengers die, the world's not over because Captain Marvel and Captain America are gonna do new Avengers and kill Loki or whatever. Is the implication from the ending there?
Yeah.
And the Captain Carter one is explicitly getting a sequel next season of What If.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I think probably we're gonna see maybe the whole world dies in the version where Iron Man teams up with Killmonger, because part of Infinity War like turning out the way it did was that they were in Wakanda.
I think what it is straight up actually going to be is the turning point in the series is going to be that Killmonger was not left in
in Oakland.
I was trying to figure out which one it was. Could have been East LA or Oakland.
Yeah.
I don't think he was left in Oakland. I think he got taken because it looks like he has the Black Panther strength because he picks up a missile and yeets it like very far. So I think it's going to be something where he is either that universe's Black Panther, or
but he's in the Killmonger outfit and he was a soldier canonically.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think they're just putting him in that outfit because that's what he's recognizable as, and also he still has his ideals from when he was a kid. And if we're just going with Michael B. Jordan's answer on why the outfit looks like that, I just think that kid watched Dragon Ball Z on Toonami and was just like, this slaps.
I think that's why the outfit looks like that in a meta sense.
Yeah, no, that's because Michael B. Jordan was like, I like this shit.
I think I want to be Vegeta.
I want to be Vegeta. No, I just think that it's possible for him to still look like as we recognize him.
Yeah.
But be like a Wakandan soldier. Or he could have, or like, what's the girl?
Dora Milaje?
No, not the Dora Milaje. I can't remember the actress's name anymore. The love interest.
Oh,
she's more than that, but I can't remember.
Lupita Nyong'o's character.
Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o's character. He could just be doing the same thing.
She's a spy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a spy, and maybe he's working with the team he was with, but as a way of like keeping him out of Wakanda or something. I don't know.
Excuse me.
I just think that could be the turn,
Maybe
not just that he happens to meet up with Iron Man. Well, it's going to be that, but it's like he definitely has a strength to him.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. We'll see in like a week or two.
Yeah.
There was also an episode in the trailer where Captain Carter and the Doctor Strange, that was the last living person in his universe, met. So there might be some kind of thing with that this season. How much of What If do you think is going to affect future properties?
I think none.
0?
I think the reason why we're seeing What If stuff is because of what happens in Loki. Because the TVA is not around to make sure that shit stays in its spot.
I think at least one episode of What If is going to come back in Multiverse of Madness.
The
in
Doctor
some small
Strange
way.
one.
Yeah, maybe the Doctor Strange one.
It's if there's another, maybe the Captain Carter one as well. It's one of the ones that involves Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Captain Carter one would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because then it could be like him going to a lived universe.
Yeah.
One that's kind of fucked but not totally. Yeah. Also make like Doctor Strange like a constant, like he ends up existing in every universe.
The Sorcerer Supreme exists at all times in every universe.
Yeah, well, it's just the one chosen to protect the Mind Stone. I mean the Time Stone, isn't it?
In the movies, yes.
In the MCU, yes.
Yeah. But also like the Sorcerer Supreme is like the head of the sorcery.
I do
blah,
hope
blah, blah.
in the second one, in Multiverse of Madness, it's Doctor Strange just kind of seems like a guy who just got a title that he didn't deserve.
Yeah.
Because, like, he walks around and he's just like, I'm just doing my own magic thing.
Yeah. So you want to see him do maybe more magic shit?
I would like him to have one scene where he is back at the place where he trained at Comertage.
Yep.
It was?
Yep, it was Comertage.
Like him just, like, leading a class. Just for one scene.
That'd be cool.
And or even, like, have it be, like, because of his actions he put into... like the things he causes in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Just have him have him take a look inside himself. He's like, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go teach people about the dangers, or like maybe I should just go teach for a minute. take some time
Dormammu,
off.
I've come to bargain.
Yeah, because right now he's just a fucking superhero, but like the Sorcerer Supreme
Should be
was like
something more.
a teacher, like who was like, hey, just because your hands are a little fucked up, look at this guy. He's doing it with a stump. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I think they're just going to have him be
Yeah.
fun,
Just do
multiverse
do like
adventure.
an opening montage and just have him do like have him be like
Teaching
oh,
classes,
teaching-
reading books, fucking
Yeah.
rocking out. Have him at karaoke with Shang-Chi and Katie and Wong.
Yeah.
Living it up.
That would be funny. That would be a good one. Where
Just
it's
like have that be like just
do
randomly.
like a fun opening thing of him balancing like his life as the
work
Sorcerer Supreme and like his dating life.
Yeah.
And then also have do in the montage just have him jam out with Awkwafina
Yeah.
and Simu Liu.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, let's wrap this bitch up.
Yeah. I want to see more street level heroes in the MCU again. I want to see fucking. I want to see Daredevil come back because he's cool.
I would like the actor. To
Yeah,
play,
Charlie
just come
Cox is
back.
so good.
Yeah.
in that
Honestly,
role.
and everyone in the Defenders, just bring him back.
Yeah, honestly, they're great. I'd love to have them. Like, they don't need. You can not have the show come back if like they don't want to put the show back on for all of them. But like, have the fact that they exist happen. Because I think that's cool.
And also, like, especially Charlie Cox, he put so much like
Yeah.
character into Daredevil.
Yeah, he's great. I really Kristen Ritter, I think, did a great job with Jessica Jones, but
Yeah.
Jessica Jones is like a less.
Yeah, Mike
Big
Coulter was
character.
fine.
I think he's
he
quite
had some
good.
good lines, but I think
Yeah.
also Mike Coulter's just not that good of an actor.
I don't know. I think he has a lot of personality to that character.
And-
I really liked him.
I saw something about the guy who played Danny Rand.
Yep.
Like not even the whole like the race thing.
Yep.
It's the fact that apparently
He
didn't-
refused to do the.
He didn't want to do the
stunts.
fucking work, and that's
Yep.
why it sucks.
Yeah, that's part of it for sure.
Yeah.
But the actress who played Colleen Wing did a lot of her own stunts.
Yeah, I did you see that thing on TikTok as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Yeah. So let's just let's bring it back. She's the new Iron Fist. It'd be like, oh, I used to have this buddy named Danny, but he didn't fight. He was like, oh, I'm the immortal Iron Fist, but then he like sucked and he lost, so I'm the Iron Fist now.
Or she could just be like, I beat him, and then I went to Kunlun and I beat the dragon, and now I'm the Iron Fist.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening and or watching. You can find video versions of this podcast over at youtube.com/N8SComedy. If you want to follow me, I am at The Media Hole on Twitter, at The Media Hole on TikTok, at twitch.tv/The Media Hole. And finally, www.whenyourballs.get-stuck-to-your-leg.tumblr.com. And if you want to follow Ian, he is at StrugglesV on everything. He has recently come under fire, though, for saying that
Doug Ford can suck his own fucking cock.
I was going to say something about, I don't know. I don't care. I don't have one this week. All right, bye.